Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit.
That's how we start right
Punchy
there.
shower, man.
Top of the morning, fellas. Top of the morning.
It's afternoon. Hold on. We're not that big of alcoholics.
I don't know what time it is ever anymore. So.
Amen to that. Did you stay for the whole show last night?
No, I stayed just to watch Sid play last night in the beginning. And me and Ty had we played, Claw Marks played with Stresser in Kansas City last weekend.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, did the whole thing of, we're going to go ahead and get a hotel the day before the show. We've had the show for 3 months, but we're going to do this now. You know that old chestnut.
Yeah.
We're going to do that now. And then I've been to KC a few times, you know, and I looked at hotels. And it's like $400, $300.
It's crazy.
And I was like, okay, like it's been a year and a half, but like unless something's just popping that I don't know about, all this stuff. Well, I ended up talking to my roommate Brandon, and he was like, yeah, Taylor Swift's playing tonight.
Oh.
And I'm like, I can smell the white cowboy boots from here, dude. Like it's sure enough. And like I, just curious, he like looked on StubHub, and $1,300 for a nosebleed seat.
See, that's unfucking reasonable.
I think, yeah.
That's fucking bullshit.
Sorry.
Dude.
The cheapest one was $996.
Oh,
yeah.
just a grand.
Get your hat while you're at
for
it.
3 hours.
But yeah.
My
but,
God.
I battle with that to where I was like, there's worse people out there that could be doing that. I'm neutral with Taylor.
I'm not. It's not her.
It's not her.
It's the company they allow. It's
Live
Ticketmaster, Live Nation. They
yeah.
allow these companies to just buy whatever, and then they put it back in the market and drive the value up. It's ridiculous.
And it's crazy. So that was Arrowhead. So that's 96,000 seats plus.
And it's full.
Plus the seats that they put down on the
times 1,000.
Well, I heard that she makes $10 million a show.
Oh, for sure. Oh, that's probably damn for sure.
Like I think that's like a
they're gonna
hard staple.
And they paid her before she ever even walked out there.
She already has it all.
Yeah. Fucking crazy. Could you imagine? Hey, can I just do one show with you? I'll be set for maybe forever.
Give me $10 million once.
What?
And you'll never hear from me again. I'll go to Belize.
I'll be in the woods in a mountain foreshore the rest of my fucking natural life.
I'll create my own power grid. You want to have to? I'm self-sustainable.
It's fucking wild. That's so many people, and she does it every night of the fucking week if she wanted to.
4 nights off, 2 nights on, 4 nights. Like, must be great. Must be great.
Man, her tour bus is nicer than my fucking house.
Oh, I'm telling you, dude. It's probably bigger than my house, dude.
Absolutely.
For
30, right.
She goes out,
Yeah, because she's got a hotel for sure. Ain't no way she's busting it.
Straight to a nice hotel.
Yeah.
On the tour about 30 minutes.
That's like, but like, a crazy, we've all done it, and I've, we've all gone place to place all the time. But like,
sure.
But the jet to car to hotel to nightliner.
I think there's ways to make it comfortable, but I don't think that's I don't think it's great.
Well, sitting here, it's easy to say like I don't know how you would do it, but like once you get in that like almost mundane routine of doing it all the time,
and well taken care of. See, if you were like less than like a normal size band would be, where there's 5 of you and you're doing coach, you have the same schedule, but everything is just less than. I feel like you're just miserable.
Oh, I know, and like it's I
like she's on the level no one's at. There's 7 people at the top where she's at.
Yeah.
What, Jay-Z and Beyonce,
her, Bad Bunny,
her, like there's so few.
Yeah.
God,
I know, and like when I played for Sean, we were in a camper. And I thought that was sick.
That is sick. To be fair, that's awesome.
I mean, it's nice. It was cool, but we're still dirty boys.
We talking like full size RV or like Winnebago?
It's like the ones that are like attached to like
the front of the cab.
It's the whole thing. I don't know what they call them, but
it's Winnebago.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, let's generalize it. A Coke's a Coke, a Winnebago is a Winnebago.
Yeah.
But like, so just like being in a 80-mile-an-hour house is really strange. But like, So to do that for so long and then go back to like a 10 passenger or then be the weekend warrior and cram everything in a car, you're like,
2 SUVs.
I can't do this anymore, man. As if it was anything to begin with.
Right. Well, there's only one reason you're doing it from like, honestly, pretty high up down, and it's just because you love it.
Yeah.
You know?
We're just sick creatures, really.
Yeah. You just, there's no, I mean, I guess if you look at it a certain way, it's like, well, if you're not playing just local shows and going out and you're not trying to be something, you're just doing it because you want to do it. That's all it is.
I always wanted to play the drums, dude. Like,
same.
It's as basic as that. There's nothing, no bells and whistles, nothing. Like, to be able to do that. Like, I don't think my dad ever really meant anything. That's because, like, I started playing the drums because of him. But he was like,
your dad's a drummer?
He was a drummer back in, like, the 60s.
Yeah.
And stuff. Like, there's a story, like, he met my mother. He went to, like, St. Scholastica, like a private girls' Catholic school in Fort Smith, and he went to Southside. He was in a band called the Cobras. Because, it's just the and a word.
Hell yeah.
Then. Everything hadn't been taken up yet then. And he tells this story, and I'm like, and, like, if you know him, like, this just seems, like, so out of character for him. But, like, he just talks about how he, like, essentially swooned my mom by putting his drum set on the pool table and played there. Like,
That's so awesome.
Sick.
That's awesome.
Way to go, David. Like, so cool. And you're talking like a classic, like, Ludwig Red Sparkle kit with, like, the cymbal holder on the bass drum type deal.
Oh, my God.
I see these pictures. I'm like,
should have held on to that, dude.
I know, he did. He was like the protective dad thing where, like, when I was born, he's like, I don't know, like, what he's allergic to or, like, what we can afford. So he, like, sold his bow and drums and, like, all, all this stuff. And then only to, like, 20 years later or, like, 16 years later, he's like, hey, Dad, I want a drum set. And it was so crazy because, like, I asked him, I started, like, fiddling with drums at, like, a friend's house. Told him about it. It's almost like he'd been, like, waiting for me to say that. And I thought this was going to be, like, get a drum set around Christmas time thing. No, that dude went out to Sigler Music the next day.
Siglers, dude. Shout out.
Shout out to Siglers.
That shit didn't last long.
I know it didn't. That place was cool, though. Pearl Form kit next day.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like...
He just takes you to a secret room. He's like, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Like, airtight.
The sparkling drum kit's still in there on a little spindle.
With the whole headlight. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Dude, next day?
Next day.
Damn.
It's forever grateful for that.
Probably made him so happy.
It made him so happy. And, like, he's left-handed, but he played...
Are you a lefty?
Right-hand. I am not a lefty.
No.
But, like, I didn't realize, I didn't know about how people switch the kit reverse.
The hi-hat on the other side. So strange.
But he didn't do it that way. He played just normal. I guess he just did it that way. But, like,
you're just used to it.
I know. But, like, I play that after school till about 7:30 or until they told me to stop.
Not today. Daddy's got a headache. Mommy's got a headache.
And essentially, what he didn't know is that drum set would lead to jungle juice practices in that room.
Oops.
Sorry, standing Teddy here now. So
put the good breakables up.
Yeah, for real. Right. But yeah, what a trip. What a trip.
It's awesome. I remember my first drum kit, man. I was a guitar player, band broke up. I'd always wanted to just kind of secretly play drums too. Went out, like, sold some shit, bought a drum kit. It's been ever since.
Oh, I wanted to play drums in, like, school.
Like, for the band,
like marching band, but, like, literally had, like, the sadistic drum percussion teacher that would, like, throw shit at people.
I'm hearing this from multiple people these days. Like, a lot of people have this guy.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Whiplash?
Whiplash, yeah.
That movie's insane.
It's that. Which, like, when I saw that movie, I was like, yeah, that could have been me.
I guess that's not that unrealistic because we were talking about it, and two people went, oh, my music teacher did the same thing.
Like, threw chairs and all that stuff. And so I was like, you know what? My cousin played trombone. Let's just do that instead. And, like, I learned piano and all that stuff, but then, like, it's all gone now.
Craziest thing.
I can play, like,
that's crazy.
Certain things that are just, like, in the back of my head still.
Yeah.
But I wish I would have just done it just because I would have
Just
been
for the knowledge.
Well, I would have been so far ahead. You
I mean, I
know?
feel you there. I'm not good at getting ahead musically, man. I play instruments, but it takes me so long to just go, I could do that.
I know, and that used to be as a kid. You know, you just pop in your headphones and you're like, you hear a couple of songs and you just like tap at it all the time. But now, you know, obviously being older and like my drums aren't in my room anymore.
Mm-hmm. They're not even at my house anymore.
No, they're not. Mine are on the opposite side of town.
Yep.
And I could go there whenever I wanted to, but sometimes I'm just like, you know, that couch looks better.
I've been really teetering on electric for the house. I have this spare like guest bedroom. I'm 40. We're not having no guests. You know, unless somebody loses their house or gets divorced, we're not having nobody stay over. I'm just like, this bed is just dust collecting.
I know. When me and my buddies got our house, you know, on Zillow, it shows you all the pictures of the rooms and all that. Well, it didn't picture one of the rooms in there, and so when I got the keys, I you know, go through the garage, and on the right side are just two glass doors that open, and I guess that's the office, which has now become my buddy's like fly fishing room, and
as it should.
And yeah, you know, no problem there, and you know, it's like there's like a weight and like a yoga pad and then fly fishing crap, and we put like the air mattress whenever Evan and Ted come into town and whatnot. So that's essentially the homie's room whenever it is. But like I've thought about it all the time. I just can't, like, you know, I spend money on dumb stuff, but like for some reason I'm just like $1,200.
Something I'd actually love
that I'm gonna have forever and treat correctly, and I can put headphones in so no one hears it.
No one.
No.
Yep. Same, dude.
No.
But I'm that guy that's like, I don't ever buy myself stuff, and it's real hard for me to spend money on myself. But like this podcast, anytime Kurt's like, well, we need something, I'll do my best to try to get the money to do it. But then I'm the guy that's also looking at like, oh, well, Roland makes a $5,000 one that looks like a real drum kit.
Real Pearl makes one now, too.
Yes, they do. They make inserts that go in a real drum kit. Oh,
the future,
please,
man.
Oh, we're here.
I know.
Yeah, we live at the beginning of the future for sure.
We don't have floating cars, but we have a drum set.
They just approved it. Did you see that?
No.
They just approved to start testing flying cars.
I feel like they decided that dotted line a long time ago, but...
Well, we call them helicopters now, but they're really dangerous and silly. They're loud. I don't understand why anybody would want that as their daily transportation.
Yeah, we have the Baptist Health version of Fayetteville's comes through, and I don't know why, but I guess they just they fly ultra low to our house. So
yeah,
and like the dogs just freaking out. I'm like, it's fine. But like,
have you priced a piece of drum equipment lately? Well, can we bitch about this for a second?
Let's get at it.
I replaced the top. I use Evans heads. I use EC2 on top and the resonant on the just a normal. $87.
Oh no, I'll go better than that. So
what?
I have a 24 kick.
Same.
So I'm. And so I do what you do, EC2s on everything, but I do super kick.
You do the super kick. I do the EMAD. Yeah.
It just holds up better for me. It just, since it's so big, it dampens it so much that I don't have to put like an obnoxious sized pillow or something in there.
Oh, I have no dampening. Yeah, love it.
That's big.
It's big.
That sounds big.
I love it. I love it so much.
I'll tell you, on the price, I went and just tried. Like, I have an ungodly amount of drumsticks. You know, we all do. In the bag, and like there's some that are used that I just keep using. I have so many new ones on one side, but I just end up just till they snap or I get a splinter, you know. And I like those ProMark Naturals, the ones that are unfinished.
Oh, they stick to your hands so good. You start sweating and they just get stickier.
They have like the forward bounce.
I wish they would do the fire grain in the
That would be sick.
Like in the soft. Oh my god.
I know. For $14 a pair.
Yeah. Mine are $14.99.
Excuse me. It's wood.
It's wood, and they shit them out like this.
I mean, I work.
Have you watched the machine? They're going like this, and ProMark's back there just going. Well, that happened when Diodario bought them.
Well, I mean, I work in the nail polish factory. I make nail polish at a company called Piggy Paint. And like, I know.
That's so fucking awesome.
Natural as mud. Get it online. But, you know, we sell it in like Walmart, Target, Amazon.
That's so sick.
So like I can go to any Target anywhere, and like I know I made that.
Right.
And like so sometimes I'll fill it, sometimes I'll label it, sometimes I'm on the shipping side. It just kind of depends what they need. Anyways, it's water-based nail polish. It's non-toxic, so it's like for kids and whatnot. But like to get the paint's pretty expensive, like because we get them in like 5-gallon drums and whatnot. But essentially, you know,
but when you boil it down to the
it's 1/8 ounce, 1/4 ounce, 1/3 ounce, 1/2 ounce, like just a squirt, if you will, you know. And I'll go to like Target, and it'll be like $6 or something like that. Like our 3-pack's like $14, and it's like power to the moms for buying it, but like. It's silly, like you said, like I mean, I'll make like depending on what size it is, I make like 4,200 bottles a day.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
man.
And so on a good day,
that's a lot of fucking nail polish.
If I'm not hungover, I'm cooking. But you know, sometimes it's like, you know what, we're gonna put this half speed. We're putting on a wrestling podcast.
Just gotta little dial it back.
Yeah, we'll dial it down, pop on a little Cheap Heat podcast, and like just.
Zen.
Yeah. It just depends on how much I want to keep putting
caps
bottles on the. Well, it's all autumn. Well, like the small machine for the 1/8 ounce is like a big granddaddy machine where all I have to really do is put more empty bottles here, and then it goes there, puts a BB in it so you can shake it, obviously,
awesome.
And then paint, brush, cap, sends it. Like
okay, it's all in one motion.
And it'll do like. Depending on what speed you do, it'll do like 20 a minute.
It's fascinating.
Yeah. It's stressful as hell.
It
sometimes
seems
because like
anxiety riddled because you're just kind of like.
Oh well, yeah. It's you know, it's professional as all hell, but at the same time, it's like we kind of like bend the OSHA a little bit.
Who doesn't? Yeah, come on.
I mean, Arkansas, bending OSHA.
We don't got no
forever.
OSHA.
Yeah.
You know what? We did it. We wrapped the children's hospital. I used to work at a printing place. Speaking of cheap, we could print an entire billboard cheaper than you could print a piece of paper. That's how cheap ink is on the professional side.
I don't doubt it.
We'd be buying gallons. A gallon of ink costs the same as an ink cartridge. Yeah. So they're just ripping you off completely. But we worked across the street from the OSHA building, and people would come in the morning. No one would leave all day. These are the people that's supposed to be regulating shit, and then they would leave when the clock struck 5, and you just never see anybody. They just come in, get a paycheck, and go home.
Dude, it's if they came into our place,
I think that's every business.
We'd be done.
Yeah.
But like, it's so nice there because. Like, well, right now it's not because it's not air conditioned, and so, but like we have like the big bay door open, and it has one of those fans that like sucks the hot air out, blah blah blah. But like on one side, it's like me, Billy, and then like Jason and Brock from Claw Marks, and so it's pretty much all band dudes, and
they're just hanging out.
And then Brock's dad, who's like retired like president of Bank of America, is just there, just
damn.
He's
just hanging out?
He's a character, dude. He just talks about, like, going to the beach next week. I'm like, cool.
Cool. Hey, can I come, maybe?
Like, yeah, we're going to Jekyll Island in Georgia. I'm like, I don't know where that is. Sounds expensive. Like, it's like, yeah, you have to take, like, 9 planes to get there. I was like, yep.
Yeah, well, sounds right.
Like,
I had steak for dessert yesterday.
You know, like, I'm there almost, but, like, I'll go up to him. He's like, weather feels like Bloody Mary weather. I'm like, we could just have our feet in the sand, have the Bloody Mary. I'm like, Drew, it's 9.
Yeah.
But same. But like, yeah, but like, so on one side it's just a bunch of like black shirt tattooed critters, and then on the other side is all like retired teachers that like box it or bag it up, do all this stuff.
Some people making residual income for their retirement.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's like, I'm gonna say it's uniquely Southern. I'm sure this happens everywhere, but just like to have like us on one side and then just like the yes ma'ams on the other side is.
I feel like that's a lot of warehouses I walk into. There's always the particulars, and then the outliers are over there huddled to their self.
Yeah, it's I love it there, and it's been cool because like So when I first moved to Fayetteville, like 2010 or 11. So yeah, I've been there
Quite a
long
minute,
time
yeah.
ago, yeah. My Chase, the vocalist of Claw Marks, he and his girlfriend at the time opened up the School of Rocks up there.
Oh, awesome.
And so I was like one of the first like drum teachers up there, and I did that for a while, and then like the Brogans from PM Today and all that stuff came, or modeling. They don't like talking about PM Today.
Oh,
anymore.
right. Sorry.
Sorry, y'all just did great stuff.
Modeling.
Excuse me.
God forbid I'd be nostalgic about something.
Sorry, I just wake up sometime and just like a hurricane. Yeah, I'm sorry. I need a doctor sometimes, but like, I worked there for a long time. Like Tyler, when Tradewell lived in Fayetteville, he was there too, and all this stuff. But like, I ended up moving from that because I was touring with Sean a lot. Because it ended up being just like a couple weeks at a time, and then it ended up being
All the time.
All the time. And so whenever like the first break I got from that, I was like, well, something.
Right.
I'd love to not, but
Yeah, wouldn't we all?
I'd love to not. How about no?
It's like I'd like to do this full time, but
But
bills are expensive.
My buddy hit me. I was like, hey, I know it's a shot in the dark, but if you want to come up here and help, you can. And so we ended up going there, and I loved it. And obviously, Billy's been doing Norma Jean stuff, and so he gets to go whenever he needs to go, and then he can come back. Like, I'd be in Europe with Sean for like 2 months, and then come back, and then everything was like,
Just good.
Welcome
Hey.
back. You know where to go.
Station's ready. You're on 4 today.
Yeah. Nutty. Like, that doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen, and I am fully aware of that and very grateful.
Maybe construction. Maybe.
Sure.
You hanging drywall for your uncle.
Yes, family based.
And he's still going to give you shit about it when you get back. Did you make any money? Well, no, I didn't make money. I'm here.
Yeah. But that's been really nice, and so to have something like that I can go off and do what I need to do and or want to do, and and then have that
and live in such a beautiful town too, and all like that's fucking awesome. That's as good as anything else, right?
Yeah.
You live in a beautiful spot. You have a job that is like, sure, whatever. How many people have a do whatever you want job? Y'all.
I know. Hearing it from somebody else, it makes it sound a lot better than how I think some days.
Like, I work for myself, and I can't have that much freedom.
It's pretty laid back,
Especially you don't have to deal with the other stuff.
Well, sure, there's
business.
There's quotas.
Sure.
And everything. Yeah. I know what I need to do, but I have 8 hours to do.
4,500 bottles a day, man. You gotta crank that shit. That is moving. What is that, a second? That's insane.
So it's like, I don't know what it is because
the whole factory's moving.
So
what's the whole place
everything but the numbers is in Chinese.
Fair enough.
And so I know that like this is the button I need to press.
Right.
This is the emergency stop button, and this is the like crank it up button. And so like it does like 20 a minute, and so
each machine.
Oh no. So one machine. Well, we have one machine that does 1/8 ounce. We have another machine that, and so like the 1/8 ounce bottles already have like the insignia like engraved in the bottle.
Oh, gotcha.
But then like the all the other sizes are just plain glass bottles, and so we have one machine, which Philly does this one. He does this label machine for like the bigger things. He'll just be there watching Sopranos.
Watching labels scoot by.
I'll watch him. I'll see him laugh, and I'll go over. I'm like, "What's up, funny Philly?" Like, all this stuff, and then another one does 1/3 ounce. It bottles it, caps it, brushes it, and labels it all. Like
beautiful. All
this stuff, and we had that and that machine. All naturally everything comes from China, and like this machine came in a giant crate.
Yep.
And the delivery guy drops the box.
Oh shit!
Out of the truck.
Oops.
Like, and it bends stuff and all this stuff. We have like this guy from like Pennsylvania that comes and like
the tag
that does all this stuff. I think he makes the paint too. So we see him like twice a year. I'm like, I could use you like almost every week.
Right.
Really.
Yeah,
but
please, sir.
You gotta take your son to motocross camp. So
It's making the big bucks, dude. You can't be bothered with working on machines.
It's so funny. He'll come, and then he'll just throw it on like Queens of the Stone Age radio and like just tinker away for a long time, and then he'll like talk about how his like son won like the 350cc championship of like Pennsylvania. I was like, that's cool, but like I'm not retaining any of that.
Cool, man.
Like, can you just make this work so I don't?
Can I get back to
so
work?
I don't scream at these ladies that don't deserve it. It's hot in here, man. You've never felt this heat.
Yeah. Dude. So Europe, huh? Have you traveled all over the world then?
I have.
Or is it just a Europe thing?
Well, it's all in
Like Australia?
No. So it's so like UK, so England, Scotland, Ireland,
right.
France, Switzerland,
Oh,
Spain,
shit.
Czech Republic, Poland, Turkey.
Poland, how was that?
Exactly what you think it
Okay.
is. The baseball bats and Adidas track suits.
Yeah,
real.
that
is real. That is real. They love their vodka.
A lot of cigarettes.
They will throw it in your face. Like
The vodka?
Yeah, it's like like you come into a place and it's just a tray, and with the Swift, they're like, okay. And the same thing in Germany. Like, they don't drink Jaeger, but they want you to have it.
Right.
And
This is what you're here for, yes?
Yeah. It's like, no, I actually killed myself on that when I was 15. I don't ever want to see that 90 botanical herbs and spices ever again, or whatever
Freaking
it is.
hideous licorice
And I
drink
hate
anyway.
licorice. I
It's
hate
the
licorice,
worst drink in the world.
But like I'm sure my friends are gonna hear this and they're just gonna giggle at this. But like at one point, like I was just the Jaeger dude.
Mhm.
Like, I'm bringing the Jaeger to the party. It's that $50 half gallon because I don't know what money is.
Yeah. Every good friend group had the Jaeger guy.
I had if there was any like Jaeger memorabilia, I was getting messages about it all the
my
time.
God.
Like, I had a buddy.
Did you have the machine?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I had the original one, not like the classy glass one.
Oh, just a black plate with the two bottles.
It was like it just looked like a giant box.
Yeah.
But it had like the deer on both sides, and yeah, you could put the bottles in there, but it wasn't like designer-y like the ones you see at the bar now.
Right,
But
right.
My buddy had found it on like Craigslist for like $100. He was like, "I'm gonna buy this for you now. Just give me the money." I was like, he already had it. Like, I know you want this. I'm just telling you about it now. He's like, "I paid $100 for it. It works." I was like, "Well, I would hope so." But the funny thing was, I got it, and you could tell that someone had like hit it with like a hammer or a bat. There was a dent in it. I was like, "Well, it works, and someone's already done more to this than I'll ever do to it." But the fucking funny thing is that it sounded like a garage door opener every time you hit the
button. Trying to dispense one shot.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And
It's the sound of my addiction, baby. Yeah.
yeah, so like, you already have the party music going, and then it sounds like an industrial warehouse in the kitchen. Because it never stops.
Right.
But it gets it cold real quick.
It does.
With the
It's an
quickness.
efficient machine,
With
for
the
sure.
quickness. And then, of course, I went to like the Sam's Club in Fayetteville, and they, because the liquor's pretty cheap there. At the time, I'm sure it still is, but
It's pretty cheap.
it's
I love
pretty
Sam's
cheap.
Club.
Well, they had the orange Jaeger cooler.
Oh.
And that, like, one side, it was divided, and one side, like, you could put ice and beer in it, and then the other side, you could put your bottles upside down, and like,
Have
where
the shot
the
dispenser.
thing where you would naturally just drain the water out of a cooler
Would pour
would
Jägermeister
drain
out of
drain
it?
the-
Come on.
Yeah, I still have it. I haven't used it in years.
I
but
bet that's worth some money. That's
maybe-
got to be worth something.
Maybe that's. what I'm
Everything's worth
holding on
something
to.
now.
Well,
The internet made everything valuable.
Oh, I know, and I'm a sucker, dude. I'm a sucker.
I'm just an idiot that burned all my shit when I was little. I was a deviant little fucker.
There's one thing I'm great. Well, I've in my younger years, I was the guy that got hammered and would like give away shirts to people. You need this. So sometimes I.
Oh, you like that? Oh, this band that broke up? Here you go.
So sometimes I still see those shirts.
Oh, no. Still fits, huh, Greg? Yeah, fits great.
Like a glove. Like, looks great. But I used to do that, and I guess it's good because at least someone's wearing it,
Right.
and whatnot. But like, I know I have some valuable pieces, but like I'm lazy, man. I don't want to set up the Grailed account or the Depop account, and then like I don't want to put in routing numbers. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be like.
I'm also oddly attached. We had Amy Alt on, and that's what she does. She does
I love
vintage
that
clothes.
woman. She's
Yeah, me too.
wonderful.
She's great. And I was telling her I have this old touring Korn shirt from the way back, and I should find that. She's like, you should find that. So I went and looked, and I found the shirt. It's in great condition, and I bought apparently the rare one. That shirt's worth $300 for a T-shirt, and I found it, and I have it, and I'm like, wow, this is worth $300. I can't believe it. And I hung it up on my thing, and I pass by it every day. Now, for some reason, I'm like, I love this shirt. I can't fit in this shirt. I haven't worn this shirt in decades, plural.
Frame it. Frame it.
Yeah.
Frame that. Yeah. Oh, dude.
But the memory of the shirt being cool is worth more than $300 because I don't want to sell
There's a
this.
story behind it. I'm sure, like,
Just a ninth grade kid go, oh my God, Korn. They're at Barton Coliseum.
my mom's gonna hate this, but everyone at school.
Mom did.
Love it.
Dad loved it.
Yeah. Not spelled right, son.
What are they even saying? Yeah. Modern day scat.
I hot topic, but I buy all the old Pantera shirts I can. Like,
Did you ever get to see them?
I get to see them in August.
Oh, you're going to the reunion thing?
Yeah. No, I mean,
how do you feel about that? You're cool with it?
The way I think about it is like, look, Zakk Wylde was Dime's boy.
That's true.
And that's the only one that could do it. Yes, it's a Phil piece of shit, yes, but he's also a lot better.
That's true.
He's
he
a lot
worked on
better. He's
himself.
denounced a lot of that
That's
stuff.
right.
And, like, I'm not trying to give him any leeway, but that boy's from South Louisiana. What the hell do you think he was probably thinking
but
at
hey,
some
he
point?
is making himself. Isn't that what we want? We got to have something.
Yes.
And
Rex groove. And the thing that was so cool about the Rex part was, like, I don't know anything about guitars or like basses. Like I could probably read Braille before I could before I could pick that up. Like I said earlier, I played piano at some point, so
Right.
literally it's a sister instrument. I should be able to just do
they're the
this.
same. One's just this way.
Yeah,
one's this way.
I
yeah.
know. Trust me. I know.
Catastrophic cheer failure.
Yeah. I just can't do it, but he came. That was wonderful.
That was wild, dude.
That was wonderful.
Sam Gregory, everybody.
I guess this was like, I should have known this was what it was going to be, but it's 2022 at this point, and the band ended in 2001.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
no, Damage Plan did. I get no. Their last thing was Ozfest 01, and then Damage Plan, and then which by the way,
Because I was at Reinventing the Steel. I saw him for that.
yeah, that's the last record.
What year was that then? Was
So-
that the 90s? Was that 2000?
Reinventing Steel was that was like 2000.
It had to be, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so like Ozfest 01
I have
the
such a
last
cool story
the
from that
last
show.
thing. I'm sure you do, and I wanted to hear it. But if you haven't before, they have like of course on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Their set from Ozfest 01
The last.
is like, sure, I mean, I'm already a lover boy for these guys,
Sure.
but this is like the epitome of everything. It's like, we're the fucking kings of metal. We're Pantera. I don't know about you, but I'm drunker than you ever could be. Oh, yeah. I'm like, yep. And then, like, Pantera's up here and flames are going above it. There's, like, just tits everywhere.
Everywhere.
And then, like,
Everywhere.
there's a unsafe bonfire going in the background and people are just circling it. And I'm like, my aunt's probably in there somewhere. Like, my uncle's in there somewhere probably. It's like, how sick.
It was sick.
And like all their like vulgar videos, like their home videos. I don't know if you've ever seen any.
I've seen a few of them. Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
man, dude! Like they
were rock
they're,
stars.
like whether you like it or not, people can disagree or not. They are us. Like,
right.
Us.
Yeah.
They have to realize they were like 28 to like 30.
Yep.
During
All that.
Yeah. Incredible. They were part of that a million person Russia show that
That's right.
Metallica gets all the stuff for.
Right.
They opened for that.
Yep.
Like, you just see people just getting smacked.
Which, footage of that is unbelievable. It doesn't even look real. Still to this day. The helicopters flying, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like,
oh, yeah.
And you can't see, you see the curve of the earth, and there's just people going with it. It's just like,
I know.
What the fuck?
I mean, no comparison, but like that show, and then when you see like Korn playing at Woodstock 99.
Yeah.
God.
Unbelievable.
Damn, dude.
I wish I would have been there, man.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You know now. You don't want to be. I know what we're gonna do.
That was like 200,000.
We're gonna put them in concrete in the summertime with $9 waters in 1999.
That part's bullshit.
1999.
For sure. Yeah.
$9 waters.
Yeah.
I'll buy a $7 bill at a baseball game all day now. But
I'm still drinking in the parking lot. I might buy one.
I mean,
Yeah.
same. But there's 9 innings,
God.
my guy.
But Pantera was unbelievable. I give you it. I just
I just never thought I would.
right. 'Cause
I
they're
accepted
dead,
it.
so
I
of course it's
accepted
gone.
it. Like them and Typo. I just accepted that
Right.
just wouldn't happen. And
I guess I interpreted it as like this is like a tribute band, but
well, they
if you were
call
ever
it that.
If you were ever gonna see a tribute band, this is kind of the one you want to
call it
see.
like a tribute for the brothers.
Okay.
And that was
Okay.
the whole thing. That was the thing is, Vinny never wanted to do it. Like Vinny went out hating Phil.
Yeah.
Understandably.
Right.
But you know,
I had to work for Phil once. It was not great. But I think maybe he's better. Maybe
but that's the
hopefully.
thing. I've
Yeah, I
heard.
get it.
I've heard
I get
horrible
it.
things. I've heard horrible things about people.
A lot
that
of people.
find to be tried and true. Like you just don't fall in love with your idols. They always say
It's the
it.
worst.
Like,
Don't meet them either. It's the worst,
like,
man.
Yeah, it's like just stay back.
Yeah,
Just
I've
stay
had.
back from afar and love it. Like,
Well, you know, if you've been around, you've been with people, you meeting people. Sometimes you're like, damn, because of fucking.
They are, but like
It's a bummer.
But as you get older, you also realize like you don't know what they're going through.
That's
right
true,
now.
too.
I mean, they're when like I'm fine with this because I'm only on the road for so long. But like even on those like long tracks, like you're traveling all day.
Mm-hmm.
You know
That's true. It's miserable.
You're eating. You
Yeah.
play the show. You're hot as fuck, and
And
then
you're not
you
eating
get
good
off,
food.
You're getting. In
You're
the
eating,
U.S., no. In Europe, they hook it up. Like,
That's what I hear. I hear
so,
Europe's like the
we
spot
had,
for music.
We had a rider, but not like Green M&M's, Van Halen
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It literally was
A cheese plate.
It was it was a vegetable plate.
Uh-huh.
Like pretzels or like peanuts, some kind of just poppable, and then like a case of beer, and then we started with a bottle of Jameson over there, but then we realized very soon, because when I did it, the first tour I did over there was 2 weeks, and then the next tour I did over there was a month, and then the last one I did was 2 months.
Shoo.
And so very different, obviously, but
Yeah.
we found out that Europe doesn't have a Cuban embargo, and so they have the legit rum over there
damn.
that just tastes like sugar.
Oh, wow.
And so we were like, nope, Club Havana, please.
Uh-huh.
Havana Club all day. And like it's clean. It feels great. You don't feel like ass the
Right.
next day.
I can't drink liquors.
I hope I get there.
I get insane.
I hope I get there.
Not like mean, but I just like I turn into a crazy person.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
10 feet tall. Let's jump off a roof.
Oh, I dropped Evan and Katie's dog last night. So like,
Oops.
the corgi just kind of rolled out of my arm.
Was this before the show?
This was after. This was after. But like,
Shout
like,
out to Monolith real quick. Did you catch the Monolith set at all?
I didn't know.
Oh man. First show, they all hated it, of course. First show, everybody hates their first show in the new band. They were fucking awesome.
Are you talking about Sid's band, the first band I played last
No.
night?
This was the first band was Dryer Fire.
Yeah. I was there for a second.
It's like Dryer Fire's like fifth show maybe. Monolith, it was their first show, and then
it was a really young crowd last night. It was really cool.
Oh, it was amazing, and every band just and what was that fucking band, Kurt? The first out of state band that played? Victory, not Victory.
Vulgarity?
Vulgarity.
I've seen them before.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're good. I wanted to stay, but like I said earlier, we played with Stressor and Casey the week before, and so me and Ty and Ted and everyone, we really like that Grumpy's bar here in town.
I've never been. Is it cool?
It's if you pass by it, you won't even know it's there. And like it's just you go inside and it has an identity problem, which I love because like one part of the bar looks like your father's library, and then the next part just kind of looks like a bar, and then the next part there's like 3 rooms in this place, and so it's like library, normal bar, then the next room has like this weird like mosaic thing on the ceiling, but then it's also like, I love the St. Louis Cardinals. Here's a bench, and here's what Old Bush Stadium used to look like, and a pool table. And then you go outside, and there's like a waterfall and trees that don't exist here.
Where the fuck is this?
It's
is this in downtown?
I'm horrible with streets here. I've lived here all my life, but I'm still like,
it's okay. I don't know where
I just know where to go.
Right.
It's over.
I've been to Vino's 4,000 times, and I couldn't tell you how to get there.
Oh, it's over kind of where like Chuck E. Cheese used to be, and
Chuck E. Cheese used to be Rodney Parham.
Rodney Parham,
oh,
yeah, it's
okay.
like off Rodney Parham. Like you would not like I said, like
unassuming as fuck.
You would not, if you don't know it's there, you're gonna miss it every time.
Grumpy's
2 apparently.
Oh, Grumpy's 2. First one burned down.
yeah, I guess that's what it's like. What? What happened to the first one, or where is the first one? But there's a couple places around like the states I've seen where it's called Grumpy's 2, or not Grumpy's 2, but like something 2. They always spell it TOO.
Also, yeah, Grumpy's also.
Yes.
This is the original Grumpy's. Don't believe Grumpy's 1. Sorry.
That's good. A little sizzle there in the old nostril.
Dream drum set, go.
Oh boy! So if I could have,
or do you have it already?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
like,
same.
We're frugal about money. What are you talking about?
I'll never own mine either.
If I could, I want the John Bonham Classic Green Sparkle Leatherwood kit.
Love it.
But now I want that, but in pearl form. Like I play a Gretsch kit. But like I started with a pearl set. I just love how they make their stuff. I've been to the place.
They last forever, man.
I've been to the place in Tennessee where they make them. Yeah, like it's
so jealous.
It's sick, but it's like, like those. Of course, like back in the day, a Masterworks is what you wanted, but now they have the reference. But you have to put the pink slip down to get one of those. Like I'll give you my truck.
Like 10,000. What's that about? 10,000? It's crazy.
But they literally can do anything. And it's like, I don't hate DW. Like I like DW, but like I don't need the Babinga wood or like.
See, that's what I want. I want the Babinga
you want the
wood.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I get it. It's like, seemingly over, but the warmness of it is just.
I was like, well, my thing is like, why do you have to go to Africa and cut that tree down to make a set for some dude?
Well, they banned it. But apparently they started farming it, so now it's not
How do you
a problem.
farm Babinga?
You just make more trees like we do here, like for pine trees. You just make more Babinga
Make
trees.
Make more.
Yeah, just make more.
One of the things where like you say it out loud and
because
then you know.
DW had it and then they couldn't get it anymore. They banned Babinga wood in America because they were chopping all the shit down like dickheads. But then they were like, well, what if we did the right thing? So it took a while. But,
got a tree, plant a tree.
Yeah, like be less shitty about it.
They're only available on Arbor Day.
But now it's like sustainably sourced, I think is the word you.
Well, good for them. I'm happy for them.
But also, I don't want DW either, though.
Humanitarians.
That name costs way too much money.
Oh, it's the Nike of drums.
It is.
You're paying for the D-Dub.
Like, it's the same shit everyone makes, except for, like, it's not Keller shells. They do make their own shells.
They make their own shells, and they tune it for you. Before
they do.
The
owner still does it.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
Mr. DW himself is still like, sounds like a C sharp.
No drum dial. All by ear. Well, when you're doing it for 50 years, I hope so.
I wonder if it's going to be like Gibson, where when Les Paul died, they just went to shit. I wonder if when that guy dies, if DW's just going to go.
I don't think so.
I
think they just have such an enterprise there.
So did fucking Gibson, man. They're gone, basically.
Dude, so there used to be in Conway, there was a Gibson Singerland drums Baldwin piano
Yeah.
warehouse.
Yeah.
And I didn't really appreciate that was there until obviously all went to dust. But
Always.
naturally. Naturally. But I was like, how random.
The Slingerlands are the shit too.
If you can find like
An old one?
An old one,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Like
I'm an idiot. I had one and gave it away. I fixed it up and
gave it away.
Mhm.
See, I had that Pearl form kit for a long time because like essentially like that's the cool thing about those Pearl export and form kits is that it's essentially the same shells and everything as you're just getting like black, white, or silver.
right.
You're
You
not,
don't have like these options and the hardware's a little cheaper, but
it lasts forever. And then I didn't really even need a new kit, but I went into Guitar Center one time and they had a Gretsch Catalina.
Sick.
With the 24-inch kick. I was like,
it bright yellow?
it was a red mother of pearl wrap on it. I hated it.
Don't leave it in the sun.
Oh, well, this is actually a nice platform to do this. It's funny. This is, I think this was still JJ time. And we had gone on a tour, and Ted and some buddies lived in a house out past like Pickles Gap, and like obviously that was like the party house, but the house had like a storage garage barn like thing, and I left my drums there, and then they were in the process of moving, and I guess I just didn't get there fast enough to where the landlord just sold my shit.
What the fuck?
And it was gone for a while, but it was like it was the bass drum and like the floor tom, and I had everything else, but like I had a small car at the time, so I couldn't
put it all in there.
The bass drum had to be in the front seat with me.
Every time. I had a Honda Civic for a while.
Yeah, I had a Camry and then a Chevy Sonic, so I went smaller because that's what you do. No, I wish I had the truck I have now then, but like. I was like, well, it fits. If it fits, it ships, right? So, but anyway, so the bass drums.
Put it on the roof.
I thought about it a couple times. I'm not lying, because it like would go into like the airbag thing. I was like, this is gonna pop. If I have to like brake, like this is gonna just do everything. And one time it switched gears on me. That was fun. But I lost those for a minute, and then. When I had Facebook, I was just on it, and I saw my buddy Chris Flores was like part of like this like Central Arkansas percussion cell group,
sure,
or whatever. And I didn't follow or anything for some reason. I'm just scrolling through it. There it is,
unreal.
And
I knew it was coming, and it still blew my mind. That's fucking crazy, man.
And I go, hey, does this bass drum have this wrong with it? Is this missing? Is there a hole here? Is there a chip here? And he goes, yep. I was like, that's mine. He goes, cool, just come to Little Rock and I'll give it to you.
What?
I know.
What an awesome person.
So I met him at that Shell Popeyes off Cantrell.
Grabbed a 6-piece and a kick drum.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we're getting the Cajun Sparkle tonight, fellas. But
the glass glitter. This ain't the fake shit. This real broke glass.
I love Popeyes, man. Like that is like I am really good about not eating fast food that much, especially since they took all the Taco Buenos out of NWA.
Did?
One day they're like, we're all gone. I'm
wow.
Like, I don't. It pissed me off. But in the long run,
right, better for
me. But I just can't get away from the spicy tenders with the sweet heat and the red beans and rice, dude.
Oh my god, that's the perfect combo, dude. The
I'm
spicy with the red bean and rice is unbeatable.
I'm just letting everyone know that like if sweet heat is the #1 tier sauce of all time, shut it down. Fuck your Polynesian sauce. Like fuck your Chick-fil-A sauce. It's mustard and barbecue sauce. Do it at home.
Right.
Like
right.
That sweet heat is just so lovely.
Put it on a McNugget.
Dude. Like Chick-fil-A has sauces in supermarkets now. Arby's has started doing it.
They're all doing it.
I need sweet heat in a tube.
Went and bought taco stuff the other day. Taco Bell has a whole fucking section.
Oh, yeah. They do seasoning, shells, and all that stuff. Just put sweet heat in the tube for me, please.
It's got to be coming. Got to be.
It has to.
I wonder if you could just what you should do is you friend an employee, and you're just like, hey, I'm gonna need like a box of this. Can you make sure one of those fall off
they're
the truck?
getting it, and like I know what it comes in, and they roll your eyes at you if you ask for more than 2.
That'll be 50 cents, sir.
Yeah. And it's so funny. Like speaking of sauces, is that like I don't know why till the year of our Lord 2023 for them to put Big Mac sauce in a container,
Right.
but they finally did. Also, slaps of the nuggets as well. You wouldn't think it does. Pretty good.
I'm not a bad fast food guy, but the
I'm
nugget
not
is just
either.
unbeatable. I don't know what the fuck is in that poisonous little treasure treat, but
Well, they got the spicy Sprite.
they do have the spicy
They
Sprite.
got the spicy Sprite.
Facts.
I think they put just enough salt in there on their food to be like
The combo is just
it's-
unbeatable.
you're gonna like it, and if you want to eat it in 2 days, it'll still be great. No,
Yeah.
but like,
No.
although I will say
It'll still be there. There will be no mold.
say that I think something that has really saved McDonald's is the invention of the air fryer, because it has allowed your fast food to last longer than it ever should.
I've never done that. That's the fattest thing I've ever heard anyone say.
And I'm
You
not.
just
Well,
refry.
kinda.
Yeah, you just just refry it.
Well, like the fries, like
I get it.
They're
No.
good for about 15 seconds,
Literally.
and then they're just pool noodles.
If they open
Salty
the
pool noodles.
I get mad at my wife because she'll open the bag before we get home, and I'm like, they're fucked now. The fries are fucked.
You let the air out.
You let the
You,
fucking.
you broke the seal. Yeah.
It's true.
I didn't start the
That's
timer yet.
right, yeah.
We can get through at least like 2 minutes of Always Sunny if we open it up right now.
It's so accurate.
We're gonna get through the little song, no, like, and then they're done. But yeah, the fries, you just throw them in the air fryer for like 2 minutes, and they're right back to.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
You
I
just
know.
blew my fucking mind.
It's like a grateful mistake that I made. It's like it was one
Just
of
a
those-
hungover
it's just
mistake?
It's just like one of those.
Oh.
I wonder if.
Uh-huh.
And yeah. Dude, and like the air fryer we have, it's like a nicer one. My buddy Brandon got it, and the box, the pamphlet, the whole thing, just they market it as you can put a whole raw ass 2-pound bird in this thing,
What?
and cook it. And I'm like, I'm still using the oven.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not putting a 2-pound raw
turkey in a
chicken.
fucking air fryer.
No, I'm not doing this. But it does everything. It's like fry, bake, everything.
Mine's like that. Is it the Ninja one?
It's not a Ninja. I can't think of what it's called, but it's like in that realm.
Ours the Ninja one.
It's a ungodly priced air fryer that has gotten its money's worth.
I got it as a present, thank God. Otherwise, I would not own it.
We had one, and then our I guess either our house or some place relatively close to our house got struck by lightning, and like all the outlets in the kitchen, which is where our appliances and internet go through.
Ooh.
Oh, so apparently
Internet in the kitchen.
I was gone. Well, that's where the
Middle of the
AT&T
house.
guys decided to put the connector.
Oh,
And
that's
so
strange.
I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah.
I'm just following rules.
Okay.
But I wasn't there at the house, but apparently the lightning strikes and explodes the modem. Boom! Like pops it, and like
Damn.
Brandon apparently comes out of his room and like looking, and like nothing's wrong. But then like I guess like an hour later, like realizes that the internet's not working, and he like texts me. He's like, "Hey, the internet's down. Our modem rattles." And sure enough, like you like it's like a shake and bake modem, like something had popped in that thing. But like, so surge protector was the next thing we got, But so we ended up getting a new air fryer, and now like
They are end all be all. They changed the game
They did.
forever. Imagine that on tour.
I know.
And they're affordable now.
Oh yeah, I can put
know?
this 2-day-old Subway sandwich back in.
No more
there.
hot diggity doggers, just straight air frying everything.
Oh my god, that could be questionable, depending on your driver and your friend's dietary consumption.
You just running one off the outlet in the van
like,
off the
no,
cigarette.
you're not putting the tuna melt in the air fryer.
Oh, you're
not
dying.
doing it.
You're going out on the highway. You do that shit.
It's hot enough, dude.
Yeah.
Like, put it on the pavement. It'll be ready in no time.
Stick it under the hood. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh my goodness. So you get to Jungle Juice. So what's the story from there?
From Jungle Juice?
Yeah, like you're playing in Jungle, which that was a crazy time. Saw Jungle Juice a handful of times.
That was really funny just because, like, I already knew.
The Hammers.
I knew all of those guys already, and, like, I was in another band with Evan before that, like, Johnny Cage, I think was what.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, Johnny Cage, dude.
And then it became Deadbeat, I think.
Forgot about that band.
And I guess they'd lost some members, and they're like, you should get a hold of Kirby. And I was like, they're like, do you want to do this? I was like, duh. We've already toured with y'all. I know all y'all's stuff. Like, it's sure. But, you know, naturally, and this happens every time now that I do anything, like, new, it's like I guess that Bastard Sessions album had just come out, or, like, a year before. And so I had to learn all of Bastard Sessions. And then they're like, oh, by the way, we're recording Involuntary Convulsions in, like, now.
Yep.
And so
hey, tomorrow be ready 10 new songs.
Yeah. So like I just got with Brad, their guitarist, the other guitarist at the time, and like it literally was just like a pint of Evan Williams and jamming for like a week, and got it all down. And yeah, so and did that for a while. Yeah, I mean,
and I haven't joined a band in a long time.
Oh, I know. Well,
I've only ever started them these days. Long. I've 15 years going on.
Yeah.
This is the last time I joined somebody else's thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, yeah, JJ, and then that's when, like, I started, and then I moved. After that.
Is that when you went to?
Fayetteville, yeah. And then that's when I started doing, like, the School of Rock and all that stuff. And,
which that's so cool.
About this time, another person has moved to Fayetteville, and his name's Sean James, and he's from Chicago originally, but like he had been
Chi-town.
He had been other places. Like I think he went to Full Sail and all that stuff.
Oh,
in
damn.
Orlando
Nice.
and all that stuff. But then he'd moved here, and like he started like Sean James and the Shapeshifters, and like the first, and like it's so funny. Like he called it the Shapeshifters because like those members constantly changed or rotated.
Like
so it was pretty clever how he did that. But like the initial, like the first ones was like Nick Futch was on drums, and then like Philly played.
Nick Futch, damn.
Nick Shoulders was playing. Like everyone who's anyone now is like part of that, and then I ended up part of that, and like I liked it just because it was like kind of like swampy blues rock, you know, like just four on the floor, heavy, just bang on the ride. Jangly guitar
tunes, man,
and then I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Like he has like this like
I haven't, but I will.
He has like this like gospel-esque like voice that just
reverberates
goes,
out.
Yeah. Like it's so unique. Like it's just to have like this just like drop tuning sludgy southern rock with that going. And, like, I owe that man so much because, like, you know, you think you know everything until, like, you get out on the road. Like, I've been to every state but Hawaii and Alaska with him.
Damn.
And then he took me on all those tours to Europe.
Wow.
And, like, just...
That's amazing.
I learned so much because, like, you know, for so long I had just done, like, fast... aggressive songs, but like you know, I don't. Not all of us always listen to that all the time. You know,
most don't.
No, most don't. Like I'm not the dude that's like I'm throwing on Whitechapel in the car. I'm throwing on
right.
You know, I need like you know, or like
I've been,
that's a dated band too. But like you know,
nowadays I'm really like classic rock.
Like I really need to listen to Frozen Soul today. Like no, I don't. I need to listen to the Allman Brothers.
Right. Yeah, that's more my speed. Yeah,
dude, I've been on a 30 special kick lately.
Fuck yes.
And yeah, it's treated me right.
I've been rocking Aerosmith for like a few weeks now. I can't get enough.
Back in the Saddle again will get me every time, dude. Oh my gosh.
Just the amount of sounds they were able to do in real time. I think about that all the fucking time. Those guys had to do that right then. There was no going back. It was you have to be this fucking talented. Yes.
Yeah. Marks recorded an album that way, and it was like on pins and needles, like everything has to be right. You need to be loose, but you're gonna be tense because you can't do it again. Like I know, like Yeah, but yeah, so I was with Sean for like 4 or 5 years, and then he went on to do he moved on to do others like solo stuff, and then COVID happened,
Right.
and so
Just shut it all down.
Shut it all down. But like in between, but during Sean, I was also that's where Claw Marks American started.
Ah, okay.
And so, like, it would be like Claw Marks for a while, and then Sean for an ungodly amount of time. Just,
Right.
I was on the road for like 180, 190 days, a year at that point.
That's fucking rad.
It was lovely. I couldn't believe it, and it went from like I said, like a 10-passenger van to the Winnebago. And the Winnebago was sick because like not only is like, moving home. Like, the only rule was that you don't poop in it.
Right. The fact that you have a refrigerator where you can store meat without going bad.
It has a generator in that thing, so as soon as that car stops, you crank that fucking AC. And I tell you, there's no beer cave in America that colder than that RV did. And like me and my buddy Jed were on the top bunk. We had our spots, top bunk here. Sean had the big bed in the back, and then like Sage and Jed would be on the couch, folded out and them. And our
the dining room table goes down and turns into another couch.
And our driver was one of our buddies, and he had been over in Afghanistan and had gotten in an IED accident.
Shit.
And so like he drives with his hands are pretty much fingerless, and so, but he drives like a F1 racer with his knuckles, and it's wonderful. He's one of the sweetest guys ever. He can be an asshole because he knows we are, and like he kept a bottle of hot Canadian Club whiskey because he knew that no one
would drink it.
But we got stopped one time at a border crossing in like Arizona or something, and like as logical folk, we were like, let's smoke a blunt before
absolutely
we get to the border crossing, and we're just gonna Febreze real quick as we're taking the exit. Like
we're sitting in line.
Like, I mean, this looked like a fucking National Lampoon movie, like where we pull up to this guy has like sun-baked skin, looks like a old leather couch. Clearly hates his life and anyone that's not white. Like, you can tell, you can just see in his eyes. And so, driver, and then like me and my buddy in the bunker were like, hello, like all this stuff, like how's it going, like all this stuff. Like Sage, our violinist is Native American, but like to most people, that's not what they're thinking. And so they're like, smells like weed. Everyone up the fuck out of this.
We're gonna tear the whole thing apart.
We're gonna tear this whole thing. We're just like being real nice with them, and they don't. The thing that got us out of jail all the time is we had a Purple Heart license plate because of Adam.
Right. Oh. Dang.
Yeah. Thank you for your service.
Smooth.
We can do whatever we want. Like, but like literally, like they, and they did like the whole like good cop bad cop thing where it's like they have the guy going to the RV and.
Oh yeah.
If I find even a crumble of weed, you're gone. Like, to where?
Life.
Gone.
Give me your life.
Yeah. But like, and then the other guy's like, I've been fishing in Arkansas before. That's pretty good.
Where you boys from?
Oh, Ouachita. Oh, real nice water there.
Yeah, like
my family goes to Gris Ferry every once in a while. I'm like, yeah, cool. But the funny thing about that story, that guy was in that RV for about 10 minutes max. Doesn't find anything. Because we're good boys, and
we housed it all
he got out.
Keister.
He came storming out of that RV. He goes, "Y'all are lucky that I'm getting off. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave right now. Get on out of here." And we were like, "That's crazy," because like we were in Arizona, but like we'd been in like Denver and Washington State before, so like I had like a sealed cartridge and all that stuff. Yeah. Like I had stuff in it, but like. I knew he wasn't going to do all that stuff, but we're like, that was uncharacteristically like short. on time. Like, what is it? And so
Especially when he went in so mad.
So
he took it, didn't he?
And so we went. No. So we went. That would have been hilarious if he did.
Where's all our fucking weed at?
He needs it.
He's just hawking this shit
needed
2030.
it. He needed it. Dude, I'm telling you, like, there's like the crinkles on his face, like he was like sandblasted skin, dude.
Right.
Like,
Well, he's standing out in the Arizona desert fucking his whole life.
You choose your own destiny.
That's fair.
We were like, okay, why did that take such a little time? And we go in there and we're like kind of looking around, and I see it. He had gone all the way. Okay, so like it's one of those RVs that like when you're parked you can take the bed out, like
slide out
the thing, like the room pushes out.
Yeah.
But obviously it's in, and above it are like cupboards.
Yeah. Always.
Well, the cupboard above the bed is where I've been putting my dirty underwear and socks in a bag for about 3 weeks. That door on these
that door's
open. That door's open. That guy opens the door, sees the Ziploc bag hidden, and goes, "Pay dirt."
Yep.
Oh well, he got dirt.
He touched your crumbles, man.
He got dirt. That dirt does hurt.
Oh yeah.
And I collapsed. I was like, yeah, you might as well just go ahead and go home on that one, dude. Like,
he went and burned his fucking hand with a torch.
Yeah, I know. I know you've done a lot of security checks in your life. I apologize. Like, I'm a pretty clean dude, but like on the road,
tour undies are a whole different monster.
And like
that shit is alive.
Like towards the end of my time with Sean, like we were at a big enough spot that we were just getting hotels every night. But like. We'd get a hotel from time to time when in the RV, but the thing that was so cool about the RV was the Walmart parking lot, 24-hour, pretty much a bed and breakfast.
It's a thing of the past now.
For the Waltons. I know.
God.
I know.
We were just talking about that earlier today.
It was so great. We just parked there, pop on a movie. Like, we had a PS3 in there, and we just DVD. Had like a little TV that would swivel out. Yeah. And... we just watch a movie and we go in there and get like Gutbuster burritos and stupid shit. I think the only time we ever ate real nice in that RV. So Jeff was our bass player and he works at like one of the 5-star, like 4 or 5-star restaurants in Fayetteville, Vetro,
fancy
1980 or something. I don't know. I'm gonna get burned for that later. But like. He one night we stayed at Yellowstone with another band. Like we played a show and then we just drove out to Yellowstone and camped out there. And he made like smothered pork chops and like all the stuff on. That's like the only time we ever used the hot plate or any of that stuff in there. I mean, the fridge was used all day, like
sandwiches. But
to just be out there in Yellowstone at night. With like, I think the one band had got like the like owner of the bar like both of the bands, so like we got a bottle of Jameson because like that's all we would have usually. Like we were like have that on the stage, and so like it got to a point where like if someone saw us again, people would like give us shots of that stuff. Got real burnt out on that real soon. But for some reason, I don't even know if the guy knew what he got, but like the other band. Manis Brothers from St. Louis. They got the 1942 Don Julio, like a $1,000,000 bottle of tequila.
Holy
about
shit.
This big. Yeah. And we're like, well, we're going to do that one tonight. Like,
yeah.
But like, and like the bathrooms are like out in the tree line and it's like, warning, bears.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Good luck.
Bears.
There were more proper rules than that, but like, in my mind, I'm like, it's like, shit and get out.
That's
essentially.
amazing.
But like, we ate out there, had a campfire, like so pristine and beautiful, and like, but then like the next morning, there's just like animal poop all around
everywhere.
So I was like, oh my gosh, like crazy. Like
that's the real wilderness. Yeah,
I could be out there all day.
Same.
Like
just you saying it makes me want to just go in the woods when I get home tonight.
I know. I
just eating a turkey sandwich like this is cool.
I'm there's a lot of like trash TV out there, but like
most.
My mom used to watch all those like home shows, like home renovation shows,
like HGTV.
Yeah. Which I thought they're fun, they're entertaining.
They're good.
I got really infatuated with those like My Tiny Home.
Love it.
I'm like,
Same.
dude,
Yeah.
you're telling me I can have a swanky little one-room house
And now they've really, because so
that
many
you
people
can
make
put
them.
on wheels.
Yep. And they've gotten insane.
I know.
Have you seen new tiny homes? Are unbelievable. They're 2 stories now.
Yeah. I know.
$100,000, but you can pull it behind a Ford F-250.
I know. Fancy sardine can. I know. It's.
Put it anywhere. Middle of a city, middle of the woods. Same thing.
I was like, I could do that.
Oh.
I could do that. You know, there's everyone, you know, I think everyone wants a fancy big house or whatnot. Well, you know,
Right,
in
in
your
your
head,
mind,
like dreaming, but I was like,
it'd be so
dude.
nice and so, you know.
And like, but the older you get, I mean, obviously this is, you know, if you don't have a family or children or whatnot.
Just want a full refrigerator.
Yeah. Just give me like a sectional, and which will cover about 3/4 of the house, and
the whole fucking living room for sure.
This is my living room. It's a couch. That or like even when I've seen like pictures of like old style Japanese hotels to where it's just like a mat on the floor.
Oh, with the
like
tubes. Have you seen the tube ones?
Yeah. Oh.
You're just in a container, like, and there's like a little TV.
I kind of want to try that. I'm not claustrophobic, but I think that might be what
So this
starts
is insane. I guess it's just admit to weird shit time, but
let's go.
I used to sleep in my closet when I was a kid.
I
haven't done it as an adult. Just saying, I was like 13, but I just loved sleeping in my closet. It was confined, tight. You know, it's a small ass closet. It's as big as I am, and just under the clothes, so they're like right there on you. Just feels good, dark, cold, amazing.
I have actually know a few people that did that when they were kids too, and like, and I know people that like hang out when they hang out in their room, they just lay on the floor and then like, you know, get in their bed later. They just like, some people just feel more secure on the ground. I guess so. I don't know. Like, I'm not.
Gotta be some primal shit.
I'm not knocking it for shit, but it's just like, no, there's a couch right there.
I'm a floor sleeper for sure.
I mean, we've all done. I can sleep on a floor, no problem.
I would sleep in the trailer on tour with the gear. I would just sleep in the little recessed area where there's just no gear.
Just not ungodly hot in that thing.
You know, fine. I had a laptop at the time, so it was good. I could just pop on a movie and be fine.
Sure,
that's good.
Someone's got to be security, right?
You know, hey, if they steal the trailer, I'm in there. I'm the last guy you want to see coming out of the fucking thing when you open it.
Imagine that.
Hey, fellas! I just grab one of them.
That would freak them out, dude. Man, I only had.
You ever been robbed on tour? That shit sucks, man. We caught a guy in Austin in our trailer. Luckily, we caught him in the act.
Yes, but like
nothing too catastrophic.
No, nothing crazy. So, we were okay. So to even get to this, so this was with Sean. We had a 12-passenger van, and we had played a show in Denver, and we stayed at this really, really nice like hotel. It was like provided through like the venue or whatnot, and like we stayed there, and of course, naturally, it's Colorado. It's gonna snow,
right?
And it does, and it dumps the powder real nice, and we just left the next day. It was one of those things where like if we would have left like 2 hours later, it would have all thawed and gone. But like we're on the road, we go over a bridge, and this Lexus is getting on the highway and just loses it, and Sean just goes, "Well,
damn,"
and then like hits it, and like bends like the axle on the front.
Yep.
So like we don't have. So we lose the van for like the rest of the tour. So we end up having to get like 2 rentals or something like that. Yeah. I know. Not, of course, not ideal. But
not ideal at all.
And then in that time, we end up having to stay in Denver for like another night. Well, 3/4 of the band gets sick.
Of course.
And like I am at this point after realizing
what
this,
a pleasant
I
trip.
haven't got like the flu in a very long time, but I'll get like those like 1 to 2 day bugs, and then
just
like,
that body,
you're sweating and shitting your brains out, and then you wake up and you're as fresh as a daisy.
Yeah.
I'm at this point now. I'm pretty sure we were like class A and B of like COVID. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
this was around the time
this
and nobody
before,
knew what it was.
Before what it was.
Uh-huh.
Like we're in our rooms.
Oh, my friend's mom had it for sure before anybody knew that COVID was even
like,
a thing.
Just
for
like
sure.
dead to rights at this point now. Like that's what it had to be.
Early adopters.
Yeah. Like anyway, so we end up. The funny thing is like, so we're in this nice hotel, stay in one of those like stay to lease hotels. Like
Oh, like the
like,
200 a week guys with the kitchenette?
And
Yeah.
they're just crusty. Crusty. I feel crusty. The room's crusty.
Yeah. Nothing but drug addicts and construction workers
Just
and those
nothing
things.
but forensic files for
Yeah,
2 hours
that's right.
in a day. Well, I'm telling you, I
Those are so
I
sketch.
sadistically fall asleep to that show all the time. It's just their voice.
You're going to fall asleep to that. You're going to have bad dreams.
Oh no, dude! They're all monotone like this. Like I can't believe that happened to my father. Oh, the grandma got beat to death with a hammer 95 times. I'm just out. Like, yeah.
Your subconscious is just like, what the fuck?
They were injected with succinylcholine. They're just out. Like it just, I'm out.
Murder.
I know. Rain noises and murder. That's
Mine's
I
air
be,
conditioner.
I must be from here. I like rain and murder.
And murder.
Like, but anyway, but crappy hotel, and then we get back on the road, and our last little bit is in like Washington State and California, San Francisco. That's where this goes down. Where it goes down for about 85% of all bands.
Right. Them in Dallas, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So like when we have all of our stuff, like we have like the like unsnappable locks on the trailer. We have our own jaw that goes on the trailer. Like we have all this shit. Like you're not taking our stuff, buddy. We're gonna know.
We'll see you trying to get it off before you get it off.
Oh no, it's actually gonna be like a dinner and a movie situation right there to watch you struggle with this. But at this time, we don't have any of that. Like we're in these cars.
Motherfucker, man.
But we play a show in San Francisco. Like you hear all the time about how bad it is there.
Yeah.
But like literally, we were at the venue and we take like 3 turns, and it's literally like people in the street with trash and shit's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
unreal.
I'm like, was this Judge Dredd? Like, what?
That's where we gotta stay.
What the hell? No, so we were like out of town, and we stay at a hotel, and we get up the next day, and our windows are shattered. But like, luckily, like our gear was somewhere else in a different place. But they'd stolen like laptops.
That still sucks.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I mean, things that keep the road tolerable.
Yeah. And fucking MacBooks ain't cheap.
Oh no, but it's like laptops, phone charge,
little shit.
Just all the stuff that you don't know is great till.
Just more of a bothersome thing than like, oh well, we got to cancel the tour now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which I mean, even if Sean always found a way to like keep it going.
Yeah.
Like, which is like so commendable. But
kudos to him. Like, man, I get in my feelings about that kind of stuff.
I know, like it's almost as if like he had like a plan if anything like this ever happened. No, most bands just don't ever think about that.
Well, wasn't planning on losing it all. I guess we're done here. I mean, I don't see why you would want to plan for that, but I guess
he would literally just like rent stuff if he had to. At
holy
that point.
shit! Oh,
yeah,
man.
But like, yeah,
he must have been actually making money. Yeah, I mean, you went to Europe. Yeah, you're doing all right.
Yeah, but like. Dude, there were so many times over in Europe where I'm like, I'm gonna just go ahead and put my passport in a paper shredder, and I'm gonna have to be here.
Stay here. They force you to stay.
Yeah. I loved it there. I mean, I'm sure everyone, no one goes over there and hates it. I'm sure, but like
the beauty of it. Like, especially you said you went to Sweden.
Yeah, no, Switzerland.
Switzerland.
So Switzerland is very pretty, but it's very bougie, and that's
shit's expensive there. I hear.
France and Switzerland were very expensive. But what they also do in Switzerland is something that they also do in Canada, where like what we would do is like before we went to Switzerland, we would go to a train station in Germany and put about 3/4 of our merch in a locker because they tax the ever living shit out of your stuff. To get your merch into Switzerland, they want a piece.
What? Just to get it in there?
They want a piece.
You know, fuck you,
And so,
Switzerland,
like,
you dirty fuckers.
Yeah. You have great water. It's very clean. But
so you're there and you're like, sorry, but this is $80
yeah,
now.
so we literally would have we have these giant crates of merch, and we'd dwindle it down to like a UPS shipping box of just like 4 of each size of a shirt, which sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. You don't have a lot to sell.
Like the people in Europe go crazy for you. It doesn't matter who you are,
right?
But it's not like that you're it's not just so that you're an American band. It's that like to them, it's like you took the time
come all the
way over here. You decided to come here, and you're not in Munich and Berlin all the time. You're in small places like Dusseldorf and like these little villages. Like sometimes we'd play like a big venue in insert one of those big towns, but then one time we'd be in the literal village.
That's amazing.
Like straight out of fucking Inglourious Bastards, dude. Like looked just like.
Oh yeah, they ain't changed nothing.
Like,
yeah.
Shoshana, no play show, but like
World War II Poland.
Dude, dude. Like, and you learn so much about these places when you're there. Like in France, like classic buildings, it is illegal to renovate, like make something look modern.
Oh yeah.
From the outside, you can do anything you want on the outside, but you have to follow the original blueprint to the T.
Damn.
And like, but at the same time, you'll have like these really old places that are obviously nice on the inside, but then at the bottom be like Subway.
Yeah.
By the way, Subway all over that place.
Really?
Well, apparently Subway's
so unassuming.
Subway's like apparently bigger than McDonald's.
They are.
now.
They're the biggest fast food restaurant.
They're everywhere. Like, okay, so they have
it's because they only have one thing. Like
Subway, McDonald's, Burger King, KFC.
They have all that shit?
I saw one Taco Bell and it was fucked up because it was in Spain. I was like, come on.
It's just on fire. They're like, they keep rebuilding it. We don't want it.
Leave them be, dude. Like, God. Like, and then Five Guys is over there.
Get the fuck out of here. For real?
There was this random Steak and Shake in France that we found. It was on the water.
I bet it tastes so different too because they don't let them put all the bullshit in the food.
Their McDonald's over there is so
it's
good.
not full of poison.
Yeah, no.
They give a fuck.
Their health regulations over there are, what they should be. The only thing that's weird is I don't know what it is. Like I never got a legitimate logical explanation for this. Europe does not fuck with ice.
No,
they don't put ice in anything. So if you get a Fanta,
everything's room temperature.
If you get a Whopper and a Fanta, you're getting a room temperature orange soda.
Booze, all of it. Nothing comes to ice.
Oh, dude, if you ask for ice,
they look at you crosswise.
Dude, trust me. I in the beginning I got cross-faced with some people. Then by the end of it, I was just like, whatever. give me my ice, please. But we played.
What do you mean there's no iced tea? Throws it.
Dude, we played. Yes, pretty much. Like, sir, this is just a tea. But we played this venue in Germany. Also, another thing they do is they cross over shows. Like, your show ends now, and now another one starts.
I've heard that.
And so, like, we had to get.
You'll play a show, and then it'll be like a DJ.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
No, it's that literally everything is. Dude, it turns into fucking DJ Tiesto at 10:30 everywhere you go.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy because they drive that way too. Like they're all driving fast as shit and sure.
They love it. They fucking love it.
I'm like, yeah, dude. I mean, sure, I get it too. But we played this venue and I asked for a whiskey coke and can I have some ice? And dude, this could be a fucking wish you would leave sketch or
like
something.
A sketch, yeah.
It looks like a hotel ice bucket, this big. Takes the lid off, cube,
Puts the lid back on.
Puts the lid back on it. I walk back to the table we're at in the unair-conditioned place because global warming didn't start in Germany until the year we got there, apparently. And it's just water.
Yeah.
I see the, the separation between, dude, like literally, like I'm serious, like the only place that ever had air conditioning, well, like the lobbies of like hotels would have it, but like the rooms,
Something more modern.
rooms wouldn't have it. They would have like, obviously they have like the windows that just like open all the way up, and they have a fan. Some didn't even have a fucking fan.
Oh, I gotta have a fan. I don't mind sleeping in the heat.
Just move the air.
I need air moving. Yeah. Ooh.
But like Spain had them, but Spain had those like little small Mitsubishi
Little window
units. Like that's, but like apparently it's gotten really really bad over there, so they're all like finally like reconsidering their choices. But
they're
like,
putting air conditioning and stuff now.
But
interesting.
I was always a love European history over American history kid. Like no, I don't have a reason for it, but like
you like what you like.
I like I just like I've always like I was a huge like World War I and II buff, all that stuff.
It's
like,
interesting stuff,
via
man.
my dad, but like just like
when you look at the way it all actually played out and went down, like our version is very skewed.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But like to get over there and just like see things like, and I guess I just had like a huge European fandom. Obviously, like English soccer jersey. Like love like Top Gear and those shows. Like I just like I grew up on Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Right.
All this stuff and like just to get over there and like see how it all like to see it.
Right.
Work out is just crazy, and how like they function pretty well doing things that you wouldn't think worked. Like in Spain, they do a 2 p.m. siesta. They go to work. They take like a 4-hour break.
Yeah.
I'm talking break.
And
then they go back to work.
Yeah, they're chilling.
And they also stay out till like 4 in the morning. Like I remember we were just in.
They're very relaxed culture.
We were like, is it Barcelona or Madrid? I don't remember. We were
fancy.
out. We were out for a while, and we like, and this is like band dudes. Like we should probably turn in. And then we get back. And then we get back to the hotel. Like stop, like all night, and we're like, what the fuck, like, dude. It's so good. Like obviously like their beers are fantastic. Like I said, like the Cuban embargo's not over there, so you get like really good rum. Like the schnapps.
The food is unbelievable.
Schnapps in Germany.
Yeah.
Oh, the food. Like I think England gets a really bad rap on their stuff.
Do they? Do they?
Yeah, they just put beans in everything.
Yeah, they do.
But like
it's problematic.
It's problematic. But look, dude, like as a Southerner. Do you like when your
we put beans in a lot of shit
when
too.
your breakfast is like 12 eggs, real sausage, blood sausage, like bacon, 9 potato wedges, and then you're gonna put the classic
baked beans.
Bush's baked beans on the side. Sign me up, dude. They put the I mean, and they put the tomato on there, so you feel good about yourself. Like.
I ate some vegetables.
I know what it is. Their food is based on what they do, and they drink a lot.
They need the fats,
dude. I've also found like you see videos of like drunken Englishmen all the time, and I just thought you just think, well, obviously it's all started over there. Like beer was healthier than water at one point.
That's why Pirates rum. Rum doesn't go bad, water does.
Been part of it.
Which isn't that fucked up? Water goes bad? It's like the one thing we need? What the fuck, Lord? You're gonna make the one shit we need for sure bad.
You check the expiration date on your water.
Oh, and most of the water? Sorry, salt. Gonna pour a bunch of salt in that.
But then you realize their pubs close at like 6 or 7
at night.
Yeah,
really.
So it's like they're catching up. that's what they're doing. Like they get off work and they're like,
they're just housing fucking beers till 7, and then wow,
that's only over there. And then and then you wake up and you feel like ass, and like they're like, "What do you have?" Well, we have a toaster strudel full of eggs and beans, and I'm like, sick. Let's get it. And it shamefully helps.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course it does.
I was all about it.
It's like when you're drunk.
Well, it's a homemade pastry.
And you always search out the worst food when you're drunk. Always.
I tell you.
Hungover.
I tell you, I do not to this day, and I'm sure they have these in like New York and San Francisco and stuff like this, but in Germany, Czech Republic, Central Europe, the Afghani kebab places.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you something. So they have like a shawarma, which is like the lamb meat or chicken meat
carved off the thing
with the tzatziki and all that stuff in a wrap. Sure,
never had it. Looks amazing.
Tight, and they wrap it in foil and you can eat it. And it costs like 12 pieces of lint and a penny. They also have a donor box, and it's essentially a Chinese takeout box where they put in fries, salad, fuck ton of meat, all the sauces for like $5.
What the fuck?
It is the best thing ever. Like to this day, I think about it all the time. Anytime I see a fucking rotational meat, I'm like, dude, why do they not do that here?
You know what makes meat better? If it rotates.
If it rotates on fire.
It's a fact.
Dude, and
rotisserie chicken.
And you cut it off,
better. Right?
We do those pretty well. Why can't we do
I can go to Sam's Club and pick up 3 of them shits.
I do it all the time.
All the time.
I can make that thing for me, because I normally eat by myself a lot during the week, and so I'm like, dude, I can make that bird last 3 days.
Oh, well, every bit. Yeah, absolutely.
That bird is lasting 3 days.
Night 1 is nachos. Night 2 is tacos.
Yeah. You just debone it, you put it in a container, and then you're like, whatever you want to do. Like I make.
Grab a fistful of chicken.
I'll make like a curry every once in a while with that, and then I'll do like just other things. But yes, like over there, the kebab. Why don't we have that? It's so. I think it's the one American health regulation. the one thing. Sorry, we can't have tasty rotational meats, dude. Sorry, can't have it. But like, it's so good.
Maybe there's probably something like that in New York or something.
So there's like tzatziki's, sure, you can get that. There's another Greek place in Fayetteville, Cosmos, that's really good.
We're probably just too far away from the source, and nobody from there's living here.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
You can get like
what's like a taqueria versus Taco Bell? Taqueria's better always.
Sure.
Because it's from the people that
Well, dude, I'm a hop, skip, and a jump from Springdale, where it's hopping. Like, you want the best Mexican food in
Taqueria's
Arkansas,
everywhere. Yeah.
Springdale, dude. That is there, dude. Like,
there used to be a dope ass one in Bryant, but dude went back, and now it's not that great.
Springdale, like, it's just miles and miles.
Nothing beats the original version of the food we have, like our versions of. Like, we have Tex-Mex mostly, but the original version is so good.
Dude,
so good. I'm such a foodie.
You can't, you can't catch me in like a Chewy's or any of that
stuff.
Fuck
Chewy's, dude.
Oh, I know. Well,
fuck Chewy's, Nashville, you dirty fuckers. That's the worst food I've ever had in my life. Somebody's like, it's so good. I was like, can I get my money? I've never asked for my money back at a restaurant except Chewy's. This is the worst food I've ever had. God!
Trigger warning.
Who knew? Who knew the fat guy would be passionate about bad food?
Dude, but yeah, well, I think like the last time I ever had Tex-Mex, Little Rock used to have that place called Tia's. A long time ago. Yeah. I loved that place. Well, it was Tex-Mex, but they still had the lady in the back making tortillas. But
that's the real kicker. A real tortilla is just night and day different.
Yeah, I was on a corn kick for a minute, but I've gone back to flour. It's corn.
That kid. That's the sweetest kid in the world. Corn. When I first found out about corn.
I have no teeth, but I love it. Oh my gosh, that's funny. But yeah, what else?
How's the band doing now? So you're just in one band?
Yeah, I'm just doing claw marks for now. If anyone ever asks for me to fill in for them, I do. I have time.
Yeah.
It's fine. Claw marks is. So yeah, after Sean ended, got back.
Pandemic.
Got back.
Yeah.
Got back to claw marks, and it's so easy. It's chill. Like, we all hang out all the time, anyways, and during the pandemic, we had plenty of time to write a whole record, and then Chase worked at East Hall Records for a while too, so we literally would have like the whole recording studio to ourselves whenever we wanted it.
That's sick.
And so like we just took our time with things, and that's what I was talking about with the reel. I'm like,
oh yeah. Oh, is that what y'all did?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So we're like,
you have time.
It was
might as well.
it was an option given to us. So we're like, well, fuck. Why not? Like,
you're a rock and roll band. How could you pass that up?
You don't realize how different it sounds until you do it.
The fidelity is so different.
Yeah. It is, and it literally sounds like it still has like a little bit of that crackle in there.
Oh,
gotta have the crackle. Gotta have the crackle.
I mean, it's what the sound. I mean, things only like I have this theory that like as the technology got better, that's why the bands got better. The stuff got better, and now you're at a moment where anybody with a MacBook can plug in a guitar and have the ultimate guitar tone, infinite, awesome, just with a click of a button. But we write to the availability of the sound quality of the machine we're writing to. So if all those people, 8 tracks and stuff, that's why music almost didn't really change that much for a long fucking time. And then, the 80s brought upon, digital, and then it all changed from there. But those old records, man, my God. There's something so special about them.
Like we were just talking about. Like, I've just been on a huge, 38 special, Greg Allman,
and then
Skinner. Like, dude, like,
I don't know how deep you think about things, but then I go to like, well, if I'm made of electricity and my guitar is pumping electricity and the electricity is captured on that piece of tape, there's a piece of me in that song.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, my soul is in that, and it comes through.
Well, and that's those things about those old records is that, like you said, there's no fail safe.
It's what digital's missing because it converts that real electricity into a 0 or a 1, and it turns it into something less than.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, all those old records, there's no fail safe, and so
right.
Everything they're doing is like natural talent to the T. They know that they have to play it right that time.
Or the engineer's gonna be like, "This is tape number 5. Got to get it right."
Well, like after, this is gonna sound a little silly and generalized, but it's like
it's also why records used to cost $1 million.
After doing it on the reel, I'm like, how did they do Freebird? How did that work?
How did they do that?
How did they do that song? Insert any like Steely Dan song,
Queen,
any jam band song. Like, I'm not a deadhead at all. I have some friends that are, but so I hear those songs from time to time.
I was in high school for a while,
Sure, but it's like respect to someone that can lay down a 26-minute track
perfectly. Not a fucking mistake in the
And I know
mix.
they're tweaking on all kinds of dust.
We're on all the shit too. I didn't even think about that. They're all blasting out of their fucking minds, and they're all teenagers. And they wrote songs that will make you just feel something infinitely. And then those same teenagers are now old men, and anything new they've written it ain't for me. I'm not going to call it trash, but I'm saying it ain't hitting like what their teenage self could do.
But, and that's what makes you feel old. Like, you hear, like, your parents and your relatives say all these things, and then, like, you hear those classic songs knowing that those were kids.
They were kids.
And then you get what you get now. I'm not going to name any band or anything.
Right.
But, like, it's just like, they just don't make it the way they used to, man. You say it out loud, and you're like, oh.
You sound like an old fuddy-duddy, but there's just something to it. There really is something to it.
I just don't, I think, I'll use Bad Bunny as an example. I think he is as successful as he is because you could tell that he puts his heart and soul
there you go
into that. Like, everything he does is with a passion. You have a man speaking Spanish selling records everywhere where no one knows what the fuck he's saying.
That's a great point.
No one knows what he's saying, and then you can put it another thing. Like I'm from the South. I love wrestling. Like
I do now.
He's been on wrestling pay-per-views like 3 times now. He did a WrestleMania, and then he did like a SummerSlam, and then they just did a pay-per-view in Puerto Rico.
Oh, I bet that was ridiculous.
That was dude. If you ever get a chance to see when he comes out,
the pop,
like you feel it
reverberates in your
heart,
soul.
man.
Yeah,
You can feel it in your heart. But like, he's so dedicated that like he moved to Orlando to the WWE Performance Center to learn how to wrestle. He just wasn't like, I'm getting this check.
Right.
He wanted to learn how to wrestle,
to be the best version
do that,
of that,
and then wrestled Edge at fucking WrestleMania. Like, came out in a semi truck, like all this, like just oh my god, like and like it's good.
Was this the WrestleMania that just happened?
No, it was
big
like
one.
The year before that.
Oh, okay,
I think.
okay.
But it was like, anything he does, you can tell that he puts everything into it, and it like.
The cream rises to the top, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, brother.
But like that's the thing. It's like there's a lot of artists that they just do it for the check, or like and they know they can. Like they don't
probably started good, but it ends badly most times. Yeah.
Sure. And there's certain artists that never like Mac Miller throughout his entire thing. Like that boy poured.
Right.
That boy poured his whole heart out.
Yeah.
You could. I mean,
it so much so it took him away
exactly.
from everything. Yeah.
I mean, exactly. Like this.
There's always sad examples like him,
Sure.
in every generation's got their Mac Miller.
But, like, there's a lot of artists where you're just like...
Maybe it's just so much of it is the problem. That it's hard to find the best stuff.
It's yeah, I agree. I mean, anyone, it's like a double-edged sword. It's like anyone and everyone can essentially pop a tune out.
Oh, anyone. My friend's son, he's 11. He does it on his phone in GarageBand, and he'll pop out songs constantly. He can just do it from his pocket now. That used to take, when I was his age, you had to learn the fucking instrument. That takes years. Then if your parents don't have money, well, good luck. Now you got to go mow some lawns so you can go to a recording studio, because owning an ability to record something was thousands and thousands of dollars, back when a home recording studio was a room in a house, a wing, unreal.
And now it's just a MacBook Pro and you're ready to rock. I mean, even Friday night, Evan had gotten like a drum clip from somebody, and I didn't know what he was doing. He just he vanished for like 30 minutes. And like he went downstairs, heard this drum track, just plugged his guitar in, played it, like put it through some software that I don't know about because I'm a relic these days, and like
there it is.
Like it sounded like he was with the dude who was playing.
Yeah.
I was like, it's crazy.
I'm just now getting to learn that stuff. I feel like you have to at this point.
I agree. Like you have to be able to be somewhat knowledgeable on all that stuff, and like I was just so like lazy about it.
I'm just reluctant.
Yeah,
I just like the old way better. But now I'm like, okay, if you want to exist in the space, you got to have the thing. You got to do the thing. There's my MacBook right there, and it's on Logic Pro right now on a record that we're currently trying to do that exact thing. Got drum beats, laying down guitars. It's all digital. Nothing's real.
I know. I used to tinker with that all the time, and I just at some point I couldn't even tell you why. I just kind of just let it go for a second, and before you know it, there's like 8 patches, a new update, or the thing that you use is
out of date,
a Rosetta Stone. Like yeah, you're like it's ancient hieroglyphs.
I have a $1,000 interface in this room that I can't use because it's just outdated. I paid $1,000 for it, not even 10 years ago, not even 8 years ago. Like when I started this podcast, actually. So what was that? That was 5 years ago. And it's already unusable. Can't use it.
I hate it. Yeah, no, like I had a laptop in college, like an old Sony Vaio. And
man.
Yeah, I'm really dating myself here. And
the Sony Vaio.
I took it back to my dad's house the other day and like turned it on for the first time in like 6 or 7 years, and it essentially like started up, and then it was just like nothing on here will work.
Yeah.
It essentially just told me in code. It was like, we're done.
We're done here.
There's nothing to see here.
None of the photos. It's all.
Please recycle me. Is what it said.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I have my original laptop, and basically you open it, and you can open the stuff, but you can't plug a single thing into it. Can't plug a phone into it. Even the iPod from its era can't plug it into it.
I think my Vio has a CD
drive?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no, and like my dad used to work for like the Department of Education over by the Capitol, and so like he was like they were one of the first places in Arkansas that started going to like computers after like typewriters and all that stuff. So he like has known the computers since like one of the first big ones. I remember being little, and he had like a laptop that weighed probably like 2 tons, and you put a floppy disk in
a laptop.
80% of the people aren't even going to know what a floppy disk is.
The save button for the kids out there.
You put it in, and it was like it was chess, but it was like but it was like a chess game where like if you got to it, like the king would go, wow. And I was like, yeah. As a kid, I was like, fucking sick, dude. Bishop to rook 9, bro. Yeah. Like.
Dude, my first one was you had to put the operating system in, let it boot, take that out, then put the program you wanted in, and 9 times out of 10 that was like Oregon Trail, or I want to make a T-Rex, or it was like make a T-Rex out of the letter T. You know,
it takes like 8 hours to start Oregon Trail, and then
you just leave,
and then you're dead of scurvy within 30 minutes.
You would start a game, you would go do shit, come back, hopefully it's ready to go.
I know. Which is funny because now, like, your Call of Duty on your PlayStation takes about the exact same amount of time.
But let something lag once now. My phone takes too long to send a text. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, I know. Well, I'm just
8 seconds?
Oh, I know. I have, like, such an older phone, but it's, like, the thing of, like, why isn't this loading right? I'm like, well, because your phone's like 8 years old. Yeah. But I also just don't want to go to the AT&T store because they're going to try and sell me a security system with my phone, and I might say yes. So,
do you want satellite TV? You're like, that's everything? Still a thing?
Wait, y'all still have landlines? No, I don't need this. Like,
I guess I'll take 2.
Yeah, give me 2 phones. Y'all got the cat phone? Like,
oh, yeah,
dude. Dude. I had that. I had like the old Mickey phone, and then like the one,
phones used to have personality. Dude. They really did.
It's so funny. Like my algorithm on TikTok is literally like cop videos, like patrol videos, and then like those '90s nostalgia videos of that bullshit like Aqua music in the background, like. And I'm like, own that, own that, which goes back to like selling stuff. Like if I would have.
If I'd have kept it all, I'd be
If I had the Nickelodeon phone, I'm buying that tiny home with that Nickelodeon phone.
I actually, my dad's record collection I shot with a gun in my backyard.
I thought you just like I just got rid of it.
Yeah. No, like
pull
literally that. Me and my brother saw a video, so we were like, "What's a disc?" And and our little brains were just, you see a box of vinyls, and I shot $750,000 record. What it's worth now.
What record was it?
It was the original pressing of the Beatles' White Album.
No! I'm not even like a huge Beatles fan, and I would be like...
I didn't know. And back then, it was probably worth $20. Sure. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason now, everything's exponential.
You wouldn't have to do this.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. I found that out before my dad died. I did not tell him. I was like, I can't let him know this one.
You're probably better off.
He's going to the grave not knowing this shit.
Oh, my God.
I fucked up.
Knows now. Dude, yeah. Like
now he can't beat me up.
Well, watch out. That next lightning strike, that's Pappy for you right there.
I don't die, but I just get the moment where he can just beat the shit out of you, stupid fuck.
Yeah, you can't wait. You go up in that elevator in the sky, he'll be waiting right there for you. You destroyed my life.
Could you fucking imagine?
Dude. And like so many people give like I am not a Beatles fan by like any means, but like I understand like when we go back to what we were talking about.
I get the hate they get, but also the cultural significance they had.
I totally would. When you hear like what I don't think a lot of like people our age or even younger understand is like what was before them.
Yes, they were the first. That's the thing.
Like they're like, people are like, that's not rock and roll.
You don't understand what was rock and roll. Yeah.
Before that, dude. Yeah, before that, it's like, oh, I mean, now I'm drawing a blank on what it was before, but like
fucking nothing.
Yeah, the classical.
Yeah. Classical fucking music. Yeah.
Jazz.
There was
Which
almost
I love
nothing.
jazz, but like still like nothing. Nothing with.
Oh,
pace.
and the content of the lyrics was a huge one. I mean, it sent every good Christian mother running for the hills.
Oh, I know. Well,
They were terrified of the Beatles, and now we listen to the Beatles. It's like this is the most like simple shit.
Yeah. And but that's the thing is like I also it's like being a drummer is like Ringo really didn't do anything crazy, but then like I've watched some videos where like it'll be like Dave Grohl or like the dude that like plays for Paul McCartney now or like something, and they'll show you like how he like changes. He'll like hit something with like the opposite hand,
Yeah.
but like make the turnover smoother.
Well,
And it's just like, it's just the way he did things.
right.
Kind of changed everything.
We served the song. That's I think why, and I get it. Lars gets a lot of shit for the same thing. He's not overdoing it. He's just serving the song. It's his only job. He's not there
serves
to.
the song, but there's
he's
some
not-
times where like I'm just thinking, and I was like, why did you decide to do that there? Like,
Oh, like what was the song?
like there's just
And there's like a kick drum.
boom, boom, boom,
That
boom,
Yeah, there's a
yeah.
kick drum in that song that's on the. So instead of 1 and 2 and it's like 1 and 3 instead of 2 and 4, which is the opposite of what he's always doing. 2 and 4, and I was just like, that is such an odd placement.
Dude,
for that.
there's just like certain fills that he does that
But he just-
like honestly
But look-
don't sound smooth.
I know
but
it.
like
We give him shit, but look how fucking timeless both of those
I know.
drummers'
And-
parts
and you know what's
lasted
so funny
forever.
about the two things about Lars is that
Also, he's probably a bit of a dick. I think. Probably.
he's like
Yeah.
the dick of the band. Did
He's
you ever
a
watch that Some
snobby-
Kind of Monster
yeah.
documentary?
Oh,
about
dude,
them?
yeah, oh, yeah.
Bang, 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 bang,
Year and a half,
clang,
year and a
bang,
half
bang.
in a life, and Some Kind of Monster, incredible.
Dude, literally, like joking, obviously, but like Lars Snare is what made the beer keg for Slipknot grow because it sounded the
It's the
exact
stupidest shit
same.
ever,
Dude.
dude.
Bang, ga, bang, 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 gang, kang, gang, bang, gang, gang, bang, gang, gang,
But you
kang.
know what? That was him, but also, there was multiple people involved in that. Bob Rock was. I mean, how
people-
did
people
that
coulda-
happen?
People could have said no.
You don't say no to millionaires, dude. You don't get to.
And you know what's also funny about Lars is that he ended up being right with Napster.
He was 100% right. The fucking in the music industry is a joke now.
Yeah.
It's a shell.
Who would have fucking thought?
Everyone gave that
Everyone
dude so
thought
much
he
shit.
was an asshat, dude.
And he was, not only was he right, he was like laser precision. The future thought he had of how bad it was going to be. When you go back and watch the old interviews with him saying, this is going to be like this and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, those like
He was
the
dead
court,
on.
the court
Yes.
summonses that he did were just like,
And now everybody's fighting to get back what he told them they were going to lose.
yeah. Now everyone just gets like 15 cents a play. On,
Not even that.
I know, but
Fractions of a
I
fucking
know.
penny. Selling a t-shirt's more lucrative than getting 1 million streams.
It's so silly, man.
Silly.
That's all you can say.
We live in the upside down.
We do.
Yeah.
We've
They
been there
monet.
we've been there for a minute.
Yo.
That's why that show hit so hard, dude. They're like, finally.
Because we're all like, oh, documentary I can
Finally,
agree with. Where's Vecna?
I've been playing Metallica in hell for such a long time, dude. Dude. What a good show, though. I love that. That was a quality program.
It's coming back one more, but it's like 4 years away now because of the strikes.
Dude, I caught that new Mission Impossible like 2 days ago.
Oh, you saw it?
That was
It has a 99%.
it's great.
It's gotta
It's
be.
great. Granted, I also saw it in the IMAX, dude. I did the whole. I did what Tom wanted me to do. Okay,
My
So-
Lord and Savior, Tom
Yeah,
Cruise.
yeah, fucking the only Scientologist that like I'll listen to. I was like, so in there, and like I used to go to movies all the time, and I've really neglected them. And like, this is gonna be funny because I'm as we're talking, I'm literally thinking about this. One of the first movies I saw after the pandemic was the new Top Gun.
Oh, it's phenomenal,
I
Maverick.
haven't laughed or cried in public like that.
In a
I
while.
literally cried. First of all,
The Goose.
sub convo is that the original Top Gun soundtrack,
Yeah.
top 5 record of all goddamn time.
You're not
dude.
wrong.
Playing with the Boys is the
Uh-huh.
best song ever. I'm saying that loud and poignant on purpose. Dude.
Print it, clip it.
One of life's simple joys is playing with the boys. Just like chasing sunsets.
Uh-huh.
One of life's simple joys is playing with the boys. And the football scene or the volleyball scene.
Volleyball scene.
But to see that Top Gun movie was perfect.
It's unbelievable.
I've had feelings that I shouldn't have about airplanes, man. Like, my dad was in the Air Force, but that was on a C-130, not a Mach 12 jetliner.
Yeah.
Like, that was great. And then, the new Mission Impossible was great, which is funny. Is I just decided, I haven't seen the last 2, but I don't think it really matters. And so I went into that. That motherfucker was 2 hours and 48 minutes.
The last one is unbelievable.
Well, that's
too.
what
The one
everyone
with Henry
said.
Cavill. It's fucking
That's what everyone
phenomenal.
says, is that the one right before this is the one which is I know that's the one where he jumps a building and breaks his leg or something.
Yeah. Well, he does all his own stunts.
Yeah,
Like crazy
well, I know.
bastard.
So when you see this this motorcycle thing at the end, good God, pal.
Well, the airplane one in the last one.
Yeah.
He's hanging off of that fucking thing.
the
Actually,
dude's 61 or something.
isn't he in space right now? Can we look this up?
Probably.
Is he in space right now? Because they're filming
Hey,
something on the
Google.
they're filming something on the International Space Station. He's supposed to go there actually and film for
Well,
real.
it might be for okay. So that was the thing.
Maybe because of the strikes, he's not. Is it real, Sam? We got our Googler on it.
Dude, but it was 2 hours and 48 minutes, and then it goes, part 1. You gotta wait another.
Are you serious?
You gotta wait, yeah.
Oh, because this is it, isn't it?
This is the
This is the last one.
and so there's another one, and it comes out next year.
What?
Yeah, it's done. It's filmed.
Oh, they did it at the same time.
They filmed
okay.
the whole thing. They filmed the whole thing all at once.
I love that studios are kind of doing that though. I kind of like that because they did that with the Endgame and Infinity War too. So it all
Yeah.
just has a really good flow. It makes the flow so much nicer because they don't
yeah.
have to revisit the character. They're just in
Sure.
character. If you've ever filmed something, it makes a lot of sense to just go ahead and bite the bullet and do it all at once.
Totally. I mean, it's the same thing with recording stuff. It's while it's here, let's go.
Like we're doing 2 EPs, but really we're making a record
making another.
and we're just splitting it up. Yeah. But we're only doing 2 EPs because that's what the nature of the beast calls for. They want singles now.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You want singles? I'll give you singles.
Fuck that. Y'all want a single? Say fuck that.
Say fuck that. Ba-doom, doom, doom, da-doom, doom, doom.
Dude, it took me until I was
Chugga,
older
chugga.
to realize that first string was just barely hanging on to that fucking
Barely.
bass, dude.
That's a fucking G flat or some shit.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, dude.
He's not even in the band, dude. That stinks.
gosh.
I love that band so much.
So he's
Dude.
working diligently to get in space.
Oh, he's still working on it? Okay.
Tom Cruise has a problem getting in space. We're never getting there, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a fucking billionaire.
Dude, that man's been, him and Nick Cage have been set for a long
Well, Nick Cage spent all his damn money. That's what he's doing so many movies right now. It's because he's broke. Poor bastard.
Yeah, I remember.
And Pauly Shore's his best friend, which is weird.
Well, now that you say that all
Kind of checks
that
out.
all kind of checks out, dude. But I saw some preview for a fucking another National Treasure, and I was like, yes. And it's just a Disney.
It's not him, though,
It's a
is it?
series,
Oh, no, I don't want that.
and I'm like, trash.
Trash.
I need him.
Yeah.
Looking for
Something.
whatever
it is.
Whatever it is.
Aliens. Make it aliens.
Yeah. Well, don't do aliens because Crystal Skull.
Oh,
Indiana
you're right.
Jones,
Yeah, it
Crystal
was
Skull
a fucking.
god
Well,
awful.
but that's because they didn't say it was aliens. They surprised us with
That
it,
is
and we were all
true.
like, "You dumb fuck!
Yeah.
Why
I
would you
know.
make it that?"
That movie had all the promise in the world.
Because it was great until you
Shia
found
LaBeouf
out
was great in
it was
that.
aliens.
I know. Magnetized alien
And the
skull.
new one just lost like $100 million.
But I heard that new
No
one
one
is
watched it.
actually pretty good though. But like, but if Crystal Skull's your litmus
That's the last
test,
thing,
then yeah, I bet this thing's.
When the last
Pretty
thing we
good.
remember was like one of the worst things. See, even South Park was like, that fucking South Park bit is unbelievable. No,
Dude,
they're raping me.
Dude, South Park has been saying what everyone has wanted to say.
Yes, for infinity.
Such a long time, and like
so
you know,
crazy, dude.
like, and I another thing that makes me feel old is that like one of the South Park episodes that I like that like resonates with me the most is the when Randy likes the Food Network. Oh fuck yeah,
Crème fraîche.
crème fraîche. Put a little butter.
He becomes the cafeteria.
Put it in the oven, 350. Oh fuck yeah! You gotta flip that in 12 minutes. Oh shit yeah, dude.
That's just
They
being old.
they
Dude.
channel ban them when they lock the Food Network off of the TV.
Yeah.
I lost it, dude.
God.
And because I'm the dude, like you said, like I do like to cook and I like to do all this stuff, but I'm also the guy that will watch like 4 episodes of Chopped and then go to Wendy's.
Absolutely.
I'm like, hell yeah, dude, that looks great. I'll have a
Baconator. It's the closest thing to fucking awesome I can think of. Holy fuck.
Dude.
It's so real.
It's so
real.
real. Like, I never was a big Simpsons guy, but like, it did blow my mind when you start seeing those. Like,
I still watch The
the
Simpsons.
Simpsons predicted
I love it.
Well, there's
Yeah.
just so many
It's still
that, like,
and it's still on.
that I just like.
You'll never
I'm
catch
never
up.
gonna catch
Yeah.
up. Like, I loved Futurama. Futurama was sick.
It's coming back. I'm scared.
I
I'm scared.
am too. I'm
It's
too.
the perfect show. It ended so beautifully.
Dude.
I don't know why they're doing it, but
One episode that like describes my personality to a T is the Slurms McKenzie Willy Wonka one where he's like,
I've been going too long,
he's
kids.
Like, I'm so tired of partying. And like, it's like he's like, you go ahead, girls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get us out of here the only way I know how. By partying. Yeah. I'm like, dude, that's me, man.
It's
I'm
a
literally
fucking
the guy that's like, I'm so tired of partying, but I'm gonna get us out the only way I know
God.
how to, dude. I quote that shit all the time, like.
You're the wrestler in the airport. Oh, I love you, and he just pulls down the glass, just bloodshot eyes.
Shout out the blue blockers. I wear like I think most people would think something's wrong if I wasn't wearing them because I knew you're doing like the visual aspect of this. I was like, I don't need to be chopped.
They'd be like, he's on something.
Let me no.
Yeah.
But like I wear these all the time. Like I don't know if you've ever worn them before.
Those are the last night was crazy glasses.
Well, it doesn't help that they ended up.
Oh wow!
It didn't help that they ended up being the hangover glasses.
Yeah. Oh, fair. Is this the ones where you can see through water?
So yes. So
okay, that's crazy.
Well, any polarized sunglasses you can
okay.
see in the water. But what I already like these. I like ones that just cover like some of
Your
my like
cheekbone.
cheekbones and all that stuff. But also.
I just got a giant fucking head, so nothing works.
Well, ditto, buddy. Like I'm right there with you. But things that I found out about them is like I can wear those until about sunset. You know, like they're light enough that I can see for a long time. But another thing I found out about these is like since they cut out
the
blue,
foam fatigue on your.
So also they kind of keep your like. Relax to kind of keep you at like
you
a
don't
chill
get so,
thing.
Like the eye fatigue is real.
But one thing that was completely like accidental that I found about, like when it like rains a lot, but then it stops, and then like you get on the highway and like the 18-wheelers are just
and everything's fucking
that
invisible.
mist, and you can only see like two, like right here.
It's terrifying. Yeah, it cuts through.
That since gray is technically a shade of blue, I can see farther.
Badass. I learned something like that one time. Fog. Your cell phone doesn't see fog.
No.
I pulled up my cell phone camera just in a last-ditch effort. I mean, you could not see the front of my car. It was so thick.
Yeah.
And I was afraid I was just going to run into like a diesel. And I pulled out my phone, and sure
Oh,
enough,
your phone cut through it.
I could just drive. I just looked through my phone, and I drove the whole way home looking through my cell phone in a fog storm. It was incredible, and it was out of fear. I was like, I got on that interstate, and it just was like a wall. I saw it as I drove in. I was like, what the fuck? And I just get in there. I couldn't see you if you were sitting there as we are now. It was that thick.
Like, Northwest Arkansas gets quite a bit of fog since we're technically in the Boston Mountains, and so those clouds just drop.
And this was right on like the 430, like the mountains, like right in between everything on the river. So it was terrifying. And I was like, a semi's going to hit me or something. Like, I have to keep a decent speed because they're going to be going full fucking speed. And sure enough, cell phone will cut right through it. It's crazy. Damnedest thing. Yeah. Also, Lysol will take Sharpie off a wall.
You know what? I actually did need to know that. That's crazy. You thought that was useless information? Nope.
Ask me how I know that. Ask me why I know that.
Hey, why do you know that?
I used to get bored when I pooped, and I would draw my wall with Sharpie to pass the time. And one day I had some Lysol sitting there, and I was like, I wonder what this will do. And it just started running off.
I'm the dude that if I go to the bathroom and forget my phone, I'm totally the guy that's going to pick up my deodorant and see what I'm actually putting on my arms.
Absolutely.
I'm like, I can't read any of these things, but we're going to read it about 30 times.
Yep. Same. If I forget my phone, I'm reading
like,
everything.
What's in the scrubbing bubbles? Okay, that's cool. Oh, they make this in New Hampshire. Interesting. Like, okay.
What about toilet paper origami? You ever been that bored on a toilet?
I have done that before, yeah. Wow, they're learning a lot about me today. I'm a pretty open book, but like I don't think that's ever come up before. That's hilarious.
It's just everybody.
I know. That's great. Yes, I have.
Yeah, I made a good swan once. It was bored.
Yeah, I'm telling you, those
20
cranes
minutes.
that crane's a level 12. You gotta like that one.
Toilet paper cranes are way harder.
I tell you, like when you go to like a fancy hotel or like a cruise and they have like something made out
the
of
little
the towel.
fucking towel animals, next level.
I don't know. And I still appreciate the mint on my pillow.
God bless those employees, man.
Dude.
I've never been on a cruise. It seems daunting. I don't know
I've
if
been
I could
on
ever do
one.
it. Really?
I was like 7 or 8, so
Okay.
I didn't get like the like. Clearly, you know, if I was on one now, I'm gonna get the unlimited buffet and drinks.
I would die, I think.
Like, dude,
I think I'm going to die on a cruise.
I'd die in a hurricane and not the storm. The beverage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't even like. Did you see the picture of that new one that's coming out where it's like
The biggest one?
the biggest one ever?
It's a
It has
city.
like 72 bars.
It's a city.
Yeah,
It's a literal city in the water.
it's like
I saw a
like it
video of
obviously
it.
has like it's like the normal like cabins, but then like everything that like you see on like the Carnival Cruise commercials is just magnified. The fucking water slide is like the size of the fucking Statue of Liberty.
It's like 30,000 people or some shit is on that. But it's like it's a fucking city.
Yeah,
Actually.
it's Greenbrier on a boat.
Literally. What the fuck? I think Benton is like 32,000 people.
Yeah.
It's all of Benton in a single place. Fuck.
That is a very terrifying.
Terrifying because you get all the kinds of people and you can't go
I was
nowhere.
consolidated with only people. Shout out to y'all, I guess. But
Imagine
from
you.
Bryant. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Wasn't great.
It was all right. I'm from Conway. I'm not any better.
Yeah, Conway was a stinker too. Actually, all of it was a stinker for
It's
the
all right,
longest
dude.
time.
We have like all the roundabouts in the world. We have no traffic anymore. It's pretty great. And so people don't understand how that works.
No, well, we weren't given it. We just got them and they went, figure it out.
Well, I mean, besides the point that no one in Arkansas ever obeyed
And
the yield
also,
sign.
our roundabouts aren't real, most of them. They're fake, half-ass roundabouts. That's another problem.
Well, no, that's not a problem because if you
The
get
three-
if you get a real roundabout, there's fucking like 6 lanes.
Yes, there is. I like that. I prefer that. I want options. I need to be able to fuck that up and not die. Like
Look,
the ones.
I'm the person that's like, I trust myself. I don't trust you. Like that's
Yeah.
all the time. Like my dad would be like, it's raining out there real hard. Please be careful.
Right.
I'm like, I'm cool.
It's everyone
I
else I'm worried
can
about.
see.
Yeah.
It's Melinda and the fucking Camry over there.
Oh, Melinda's ass. Not paying attention.
She turned right, but her blinker's left.
Yeah. I think that's just Arkansas.
Oh my
too.
God.
We have the worst drivers. Period.
So
I went all the way to fucking L.A. Drove
a
year ago.
I will
came
agree
back,
with you.
Got into Arkansas. Immediately hated everything.
I will agree with you that they're really Arkansas is really bad with drivers when the sky falls. Like it's almost as if I don't know how you'll see a car and you're like that car probably normally goes 80, but for some reason we're going 22 right now.
Yeah.
And it's because it's sprinkling outside.
The sun's out, by the way. It's a mist coming in from a wind.
Yeah, that headwind must be really slowing that car down. But like, Tennessee, awful,
not great. Yeah.
awful. Louisiana, awful. Not all the drunk drivers. It's their roads.
Yes,
Their roads are
horrifying.
Might as well be dirt.
Yes. Honestly, would probably be better if they were dirt.
Apparently, from something that I heard, Ohio has the most deaths per capita on the road.
No shit.
Yeah.
You think that's because they're all just going 100 fucking miles an hour and then you reach a city?
I guess so, but
I
just gotta go to Cleveland right now. I
that's
gotta
it.
get there.
Like, there's nothing in between.
I just need that Cincinnati chili right now.
Shout out Skyline.
Give me the Skyline, dude.
I love
fuck with that shit.
Thank you.
Dude,
Yes, it's so good. You know they sell it at Kroger, right?
Yeah,
I eat it all the fucking time.
My ex-girlfriend would make it from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's so good.
I did not know the process of that. We're like,
strange
what
one.
we're gonna do is we're gonna take the meat, we're gonna put it in the pot, then we're gonna fill it with water and let it boil into a meat sludge. And then we're gonna add a bunch of onion, which is dope. I'm a big fan of onions. But then we're not putting chili powder or paprika or anything.
Nope.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna put cinnamon and clove and allspice in this. That's right, we're putting gingerbread cookie ingredients into the chili. And then what we're gonna do when that's all done in 6.5 hours is put it on noodles with more onion
and cheese.
And you're not gonna know what you're eating because the plate's cheese.
And we're gonna call it a three-way.
It's so
fucking good. It's so good.
It's so good.
I'm
My scale is fuck.
The closest
fuck Texas chili. Well, fuck Texas everything. Everyone knows that about me. But like, I don't need your fucking Rotel. I don't need your like habanero. Fuck all that shit. Give me the Christmas time chili at all time. It tastes like winter.
It's insane.
And it makes sense because it's from like Cincinnati, and Minnesota. Like places. Minnesota does that too. Apparently.
The closest one is in Louisville, and me and a buddy of mine are massive fans, and we drove to Louisville just to eat there.
Oh, when we went I went with Morbid to LDB, and we passed it, and I was like, no, like
turn this motherfucker around now.
Which is what I used to be about Fazoli's.
Fazoli's is good.
Because Conway used to have one.
Or it was. I don't know if the new shit's good. I haven't had the new one.
It stands because we had one in Conway, and then it went away, and they turned into a David's Burgers, which is they're good. Sure, I have no problem with that.
Ours turned into a Genghis Grill.
Ooh, I would much rather have the Genghis Grill than the David's Burger.
For sure.
But I guess there's one in North Little Rock by the mall.
Yeah.
And I think Evan took me there. Either Zach Lord or Evan took me there. And
I mean, it's just fast food Olive Garden. Is it still okay? Cool. I need to go there. I used to love Fazoli's.
I don't know if it was just like 8-year-old Kirby has a chub right now.
The nostalgia vibes.
Like, oh my god, dude!
Fast food Italian.
Although, like, I miss, just once again age thing, but I was like, I miss the feng shui, what it used to look like. Now everything's just so like open and wide,
that's everything.
And there's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa over there because we're Italian. Like,
don't church it up.
I miss the way that old place. All I remember is like there was like a dividing beam, and there was like the salad bar and the tea, and like for some reason the walls were painted green, and there's like wood beams.
Yep.
I was like, it just made it.
Dude, I was talking to my wife yesterday about that exact like fucking every single place, gas stations, fast food, they all had their own vibe. Pizza Hut was like an arcade. It was like this dope ass spot. It had a dope roof that you could see from 1,000 miles away.
It had the hut style.
Even McDonald's, the place outside, they made it big on purpose so you could see it from the
know
road.
one-
Like
the
unreal.
fucking
And now
old-
you walk in and they all look like
the
shit.
old Wendy's with the glass,
Yes.
like
Look like a terrarium. Like you're trying to grow fucking plants in there. Yeah.
Dude,
That was the smoking section.
every time I was a kid, I was like, I want the window. I want the window I can't see out of.
Yeah.
Because there's been so much smoke on it. Like
They're fucking yellow and it's not
condensation and on outside, smoke on the inside. But there's just something about I was like, I want the window. Like I remember when KFC used to have a buffet.
Yup. And it was good too.
It was fucking popping, dude. Some of
Yep.
the best green beans,
Dude,
baby.
and their cheesy casserole was pretty fucking sweet too. Their cheese dishes were always on point.
You can't fuck that up. If you got cheese in a casserole,
Right.
It's
like
you've
rice
given
and
two
cheese.
words. That means like I'm not proud of it,
yeah.
but it's gonna hit. Like I didn't spend the most time with it. I threw it all together, put it in the pan.
I'm sure that shit came frozen. They just heated that up in some water.
I'm a fucking sucker for a casserole, dude. Like I will try anything with casserole at the end of it. Okay, maybe not, but like depending on what the first word is. Like it's so funny. Like my mom.
It's just that old Southern dish, man.
My mom had a recipe that was called like a Chinese chicken casserole, and nothing about it was Chinese besides that it had water chestnuts.
Yeah.
But it was literally like shredded chicken with like water chestnuts, celery, and like seasoned real nice, and then like panko breadcrumbs, and then like this is the old Southern lady stuff where you cut like a half stick of butter and you put a piece of butter.
Oh, the pads.
Oh
yes.
Every little
That's the flavor.
Piece like. Dude,
That's where the flavor comes from.
I could eat that whole tray. I could eat that whole tray. Oh my God.
Fuck. We opened up Pandora's box. It's so good.
My God.
Things were just
even
better.
hungry until
it was so
right
good, yeah.
now.
I'm like, damn, I haven't eaten.
Me.
I gotta work tonight again too. Oh, I can eat at work. Thank God.
Oh my gosh, that's.
So when you go back to, you going home today?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. There's that like, not art show, but there's something over there at Camp Taco today. Some like.
It was like an outdoor art exhibit.
Yeah, like I think like Amy and all those like things.
What is that called?
Well, that's Maxie's thing, but like I think he had his thing on Friday.
Oh,
but, like,
okay.
It's like I think it's just like a bunch of vendors.
Oh, okay, like a vendor village thing.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And so I'm gonna stop by there and then I'll go home. But like I've traveled back and forth all the time. It's only 2.5 hours. It's really not that bad.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, the I-40 part sucks, but once you get into the mountains, it's
Going
so
up is
fucking pretty.
Yes.
And I'm also the like podcast dude on the road, so like I
Same.
pop 2 or 3 on there, and before you know it, I'm.
Oh, I will purposely look for one that's like the length of my trip.
Oh yeah. Oh, I do it all. Yeah, I do. I tell you, what was that? Okay, hold up. Oh, it was really popular. It was from like This American Life, and it was. Oh yeah, I'll find it.
Is it still a thing?
No, it was like.
Oh, they quit doing it?
No, it was like one. I go back and listen to it from time to time.
Oh, it's one episode of a podcast?
Well, it's not. It's like a story about something that happened, but it's like they only did one about it.
Oh, I see.
And we're loading. Here we go.
Yeah. See you again.
Oh, S-Town.
S-Town.
Did you ever listen to S-Town before?
No.
Here, look at that. Just like listen to that whenever you get a chance. This one of the craziest stories.
It's literally just a story. It's a
Yes.
whole podcast. It's just a story. Oh, interesting.
It's about this guy in like Alabama or something. It was one of the best things. And as you can see, like what was that?
It's not gonna make me cry, is it?
2017. I had to go all the way to the bottom. Like,
Isn't it crazy that podcasting has become that too? Like it's like this. It's just able to stay. It's like a time capsule. They're able to tell the stories, like history stuff, just lives.
oh yeah,
on
there's
massive.
like a podcast, Slow Burn, that I listen to, and they've done like the like the California riots. They've done like Roe v. Wade.
Yeah.
They've done like
Is it more like a modern history podcast?
yeah, but they get all the people that
Oh,
were
interesting.
part of it.
Yeah.
Like there's I mean, there's so many. It's so crazy. kind of like, I love all the like ex-president controversy shit stuff. Like there's one on Clinton. I mean, everyone from here knows everything.
Right? Yeah.
I remember listening to something about him, and like I guess there was like a file on him that was called Whitewater, and and I was like, well, this is interesting. And it ended up being like some neighborhood project that he was like funneling money into. And I was like, is that why the bar is called that? And they're like, no, Kirby, you're just stupid. I'm like, okay.
I mean, 2 words the same. That's
It checked out. But yeah, I'm a sucker for that. I really like once again, wrestling podcast, sports podcast.
I just got into wrestling.
Really?
You have to come down and watch one of these
I was at the last one.
Oh, you were? Oh.
Yeah, so I had missed the other two.
Yeah.
And I got like major FOMO, and maybe it's just because like I knew like all of my friends were gonna be there. Obviously, I know it was wrestling, but I think there's like the first or second one where Katie Evans' wife does like a beer chug out of a fucking thing from a wrestler in the ring. I was like, that's sick. And
that
then,
was probably Hell Patrol.
And then there's those guys that they do like the death metal dick guys.
Yeah,
right?
Hell Patrol. That's them. Yeah.
That fucking bit where he does the line of coke off
the ring.
That was on TikTok.
Oh, it went stupid viral.
What was it? Stone Blow Steve Austin or something like that. I was like, what the fuck?
That shit took off like a lightning.
It was like a lightning bolt. And then like the guy that's actually the champion of whatever promotion that is also associated with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh,
and has been doing stuff in the American Dojo here, and like is like pictured with like pretty big wrestlers from Japan. Like I'm down that wormhole. Like
you're in it.
Well,
because Japan is like it's us and then them, right?
In Mexico,
in the wrestling world.
Mexico
too. Okay.
The luchadors.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
I'm
silly.
But yeah, you silly guy.
I'm new.
I'm green.
I'm green, man.
But
just got into this shit like 2 months ago.
Dude, I tell you what, like you get it or you don't. It is fucking All My Children for Men.
Once I saw it live, I finally got it. I think that's all it took.
It's a soap. Yes, essentially yes, but it also came from me. Like I came from like a Catholic household, and so like my parents were just like not about it. It's funny. Like I could watch. Back in the day, it was WCW and WWF.
Yeah,
I could watch WCW because it was just wrestling.
Right.
WWF had like the suck it and the fingers.
Yep.
And the poontang pie.
Yeah.
And all that shit. Like
that's all the shit everybody at school would be doing. This.
Dude,
everyone at school, dude.
That video comes up like.
That's middle school in a nutshell.
Absolutely no one. 6th grade me.
That's it.
I'm like, yeah, that was me all the time. Dude.
That's every fucking friend I had, dude.
I am a crotch chopaholic. Like, but yeah. It also came from, when you're little, like, things that you couldn't watch as a kid, you want to watch.
That's the one thing that's going to get me to do the most things you don't want me to do is tell me don't do it.
Which they have to know as a parent.
I started smoking at 8. Like, like they knew.
Sure. But like, so what, I was
shit?
into wrestling as a kid. And then I kind of like through middle school and high school, like dropped out of it a little bit. And then honestly, when I got in with Jungle Juice, like Ted and Stan are huge wrestling guys.
Yep.
But luckily for me, they also they fucked with what was going on then, but like they were still more on like the old school basis. And so everything that I could connect and resonate with, they were still like on. I'm like, bet. And so after that, like I started going to like wrestling events with them, like me and Stan and Ted and somebody. We went to Mania in New Orleans.
Fuck yeah,
and
dude!
You can imagine how that fucking went.
I mean, New Orleans is already crazy as fuck. I can't imagine a room full of them.
Imagine not Beale Street. Imagine Bourbon Street, but just all
in one building,
all wrestling fans.
That's crazy
on Bourbon, and like they're.
It's
so
insane.
Funny because like all of us have gone back there since then, but there was this one bar They're all playing loud, obnoxious music, obviously.
Of
but there was
course.
one bar that was just like it was a club. You could tell there was dark lights, people getting it. But it was all the wrestling entrance songs they were playing.
Oh,
so
there
like,
you go. Smart.
So like Brock Lesnar, bump, bump, bum, 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 bum.
That's the
and
scary.
everyone's just.
Brock Lesnar's the scariest human that ever lived.
That man is 100% authentic. Like
Unbelievably terrifying.
Like his story is really crazy because like he was an amateur wrestler for University of Minnesota and fucking just juggernauted everybody. Yep. And then came to WWE. That's what's so cool. That's why I mean, like I said, like I was in it at such a young age, but I was still watching it when he shows up. And to see what that dude could do at his size,
it's unreal.
Unreal. And then he goes, he's like, I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna legitimately do this.
Yes.
And like
wins
gets
everything.
the title in about 3 minutes.
Yes, literally.
And holds on to it for a long time, and then comes back.
Yeah.
He's married to Sable.
Oh, is he really?
Sable's his wife.
Okay.
So if you're a huge wrestling fan, you're like the fucking bodacious woman of all time.
Right. I know who Sable
Her
is.
music was a wow.
I don't think
whip and a cat noise was how her music started. And you knew. I remember there's a pay-per-view where they did like, you know, outdated, like a bikini contest.
Oh, yeah.
Her bikini was not a bikini. It was just 2 latex handprints over her boobs. And like, as a kid, you're like, oh. Shit, yeah.
Oh, dude, as a kid, you're like,
winner.
Yeah, sweet
ding,
Lord.
Ding, 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 ding. Like, but like
more middle pictures than you could ever imagine.
Brock Lesnar married Sable, who I think there's like almost like a 7 or 8 year. She's older than him,
right?
And they live in like Montana or Canada, one of the two, like out there.
I don't know why, but that oddly makes sense. This is just so
he lives
tough.
out
you need to
on
live in a place
acres and
that's
acres
tough.
of nothing. I remember when he showed back up the last time. So he comes back. He's back now, but like he takes breaks.
Wrestling. Right?
He takes breaks. Yeah, he takes breaks from time to time. But now he's like fully in like his mode,
That's so crazy.
where like he comes out in a cowboy hat, in a motherfucking duster jacket.
What?
And boots.
Looking like a fucking what's that show?
Yellowstone. Quality programming, by the way. That might just be like the southern part of me, like my family works and like stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So like I relate to it, but great show. But and then he takes off his cowboy hat and he has like his head shaved like here and here and here, and he has like this like really weenie little pussy knot like here on the top, but you
Brock Lesnar?
But you would never fucking tell that man that.
Fuck
or you're going to Suplex City. Like, yeah.
I mean, one left hook and you're out, dog. He's gonna flatline you.
But yeah, like you said, when I started going and seeing these things live, like I went to like 3 WrestleManias in a row. I would go to all the SmackDown, like one of my buddies, Harrison, back home where I live, we would do as they used to do this. They don't do this anymore, but it would be because like it's Monday Night Raw and then now it's Friday Night SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
But it used to be SmackDown was on Tuesday, Raw was on Monday. So they used to do either Memphis, Little Rock, or Little Rock, Memphis.
Okay.
So we just go ahead and do that twofer real quick.
We're just gonna go ahead and get that out of the way.
We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
We're gonna Memphis get that the real Gus's chicken.
Fuck yes.
And then
fuck yes.
And then go.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
I need the 40.
God
I need the 40 ounce, and I need like there's something about
the original.
I need
Gus's is
I need
so...
I need it to be hot in there.
Yep.
I need them to hear them screaming at each other in the back.
That's right.
That's when I know it's
and
good.
I need to know that there's a line, and I might not hear my number be called, and I'm afraid that that's going to happen because
I'm
I need
going
that
to
food
apologize
right now.
once
Yeah.
while I'm there. I don't know what for yet,
Doesn't matter.
but it's gonna happen.
It's so good. Ours fails in comparison.
It
People
does,
don't understand.
and I also don't like ours because I remember it as flying burrito.
Oh yeah, you're like walking in the same room. You're like, this is unnatural.
This is not flying burrito.
Yeah,
which was so
flying
good.
burrito's so good.
There used to be 3 in Fayetteville. Now there's only 1, which is funny because there used to be 1 on Dixon, and then the original one, which is on College. But then like, so it's the one on College, and then like 3 blocks from there is the mall, which there was another one in there.
Hey, when you're winning,
It's
is there
like
any
the
left?
Starbucks across the street from a Starbucks.
It's all gone, right?
What? The mall?
Flying burrito?
Oh, no, there's still that one
There's
on
one.
College.
Okay.
It's still there. Dude, best quesadilla
Yeah.
in town.
Yeah,
It's the size of a fucking New York pizza.
literally. That was my favorite part. First time I went in there, I was like, this place is fucking expensive. Then I saw the size of it. I was
Oh,
like,
no, you're eating,
like,
for,
oh,
you're
shit.
eating for 3.5 days.
Yeah. Or me, you know, one.
Oh, on the quesadilla.
Yeah,
at
yeah, yeah.
least. Everything
That
else,
quesadilla is
man,
unbelievable.
It comes out on this giant aluminum sheet, and you're like, oh no, what did I do? And it's this thick. you know you're gonna pick it up and lose 2/3
Exactly.
of it.
Like a deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
Half of that's still in the plate there.
Oh my god.
Dude.
I missed. Yeah, it's good. It's so good.
So y'all got any shows coming up?
So short answer, no.
No.
We had our 3 shows.
I know Philly
Philly
just got off tour.
Philly's
Yeah.
just back, but we did Mutants, and then we did
Not that long ago, like a month ago, right?
we did Mutants, yeah,
Yeah.
and then we did and then we played at the Barrel in Fayetteville, and then we just got done. We were, like I said, we were in Kansas City.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Kansas City.
We just booked those. Our bass players has a family, and so we kind of have to do like the weekend warrior route for now, which is fine. It's actually easier that way.
I think that's the way,
It's
man.
not- I'm not complaining
I
whatsoever.
think that is the way. Unless you're young and you can just go out there and get it, or you have like an understanding family. Man, it's so nice.
It's great. I
Friday,
love
Saturday?
it. You know, we'd all just pile in, go. I think we've been talking Ty, and we're trying to either get a show at Whitewater with either color design or stressor. So
Or
that's,
both.
or both. Yeah, sure.
That would be a
Yeah,
fucking sick show.
So that's in the works, but I know, Whitewater pretty much books all their shit out a long time in advance.
I think that's everywhere now.
Yeah, I'm
popping off.
super excited for those I Was Afraid shows coming up. Like,
Who isn't? I was telling Evan last night, I was like, dude, congrats to that. The pop off that show was crazy. Everyone reposted that shit. I was like, good Lord, this is
Yeah.
going to be a crazy weekend.
that was one of the first bands that one of my buddies, Harrison, heard from down here. Like when you like introduce a group to another group, he came down here. He's from like Rogers originally, and like he'll let you know about it. I'm from Rogers, sick, cool, but like,
so you have
but
money.
he treats it down here like Six Flags over Arkansas. He fucking just like the one person who's like, we got to get to Little Rock. Said
No one ever, yeah.
Like,
we got to
he
get out of
loved it.
fucking
I remember,
Little Rock.
Like, when we were staying at one time we stayed at my parents in Conway. He goes, "Y'all got a fucking Pizza Inn, dude!" like I used to have that when I was a kid, and it just lit me up, dude. He's like, did y'all used to have like school fundraisers here too? It's like, yeah, dude. Journalism class had our fucking pizza social every other month, baby.
Pizza Hut, personal pants for
Dude,
everybody.
It's all about that Pizza Inn chocolate chip pizza.
That too,
dude.
And now that's like a gas station pizza.
I know.
So crazy.
But so yeah, he came up here and like met everybody, which was like a blessing and a curse now. So now to have like my Fayetteville friends and my Little Rock friends in the same fucking clusterfuck cornucopia of doom is it's something else. And but like one of the first things that Harrison saw was I Was Afraid, and he like dug it because he's like the indie jangly guitar guy, so he likes like the Shins and like Killers, fucking Block Party.
Sure. I like
stuff.
Killers. I like that stuff.
So, yeah, I mean Block Party. Like I look metal.
Yeah.
Is all that Block Party, Silent Alarm, 2007, best record ever. Fact, not opinion. Like the best record of all fucking time. Like.
I don't think most people that play the heavy stuff will tell you that the best record ever is a heavy record. Not a lot.
No.
Maybe younger. As you get older, I think that changes quite a lot.
Like I said, there's probably a Pantera record in that top 5 for me. Oh, that's in front of the camera. Good toss, Curb.
Just put it on the camera.
But yeah, like that dude, that record is like my fucking favorite thing. But then yeah, like, and then like the Bravery is another great
Oh wow.
indie record, guys. I look that shit's good. Yeah. I just like some of a little pace from time to time. And
Right.
I don't need a distortion.
Mm-hmm.
I just need, like, if I can get some like 60 notes on the hi-hat from time to time, we're ready to roll.
Right.
Like, but at the same time, like when I
A
was
little bit of pop flair.
but my genres just go all over the place. Like, you hear my voice, it's fucking molasses. I didn't get into country until like after high school.
Oh, see, that was my first genre.
I used to fucking hate the
slide guitar?
I fucking hated
Steel
that.
guitar?
Nails on a chalkboard.
Oh man.
And now it's fucking Alan Jackson all day, baby.
All day.
Like,
And the riffs in that
you're
90s country was
Mr. Alan Jackson if you're nasty.
I mean, it's so good, dude.
Well, here, like everyone that knows me already knows this, but I'm going to show this to you.
I mean, you look like you'd be in Alan Jackson's band.
You know what? That means a lot, sir. So like I said, like, you know, when it came back to that Jaeger machine that we were talking about earlier, or a friend's like, I bought this for you, you have it, just give me the money later. I had
That's such a fucking wild thing. Hey, I bought you this fucking car.
just pick it up whenever.
50,000. Just put me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need
I know
that back.
you're good for
Yeah.
it. Thanks, buddy. Look, I know my last name's 12 letters long. That doesn't mean I'm fucking fancy, dude. But like, I had two friends from two separate friend groups send me this picture of there's a flea market. I'm gonna call it a flea market, but they probably don't want to be called this. It's a Fayetteville Funky yard sale place. It's like this fucking like 2-building, 2-story, like flea market, antique boutique,
Sure.
or whatever. You know, everyone has their little shops and all that stuff. And like at the top, let me find this before I finish this. Apparently there was an Alan Jackson cutout that they wanted for $40.
Like a life-size cardboard one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that boy has a high waist, by the way. After getting this thing, I had two separate friends from completely different friend groups sending me that within 48 hours. And I was like,
That's how you know,
I
man.
was like, dude, I must be the most obvious person in the world. Like, I guess I just show my fucking hobbies on my forehead.
My whole early childhood was just country. That 90s country. Garth Brooks, Brooks and Dunn, Reba McEntire, you name it. Shania Twain, fucking, oh my God, dude, all of them. All of them, yeah. Alan Jackson, Clint Black. Conway Twitty. Yeah, but he was before that, though. Conway Twitty's like that old school. He's more towards the outlaw guys. But also, shout out Conway Twitty for being wanting a new name and just seeing Conway on a map and stealing it. That's dope. Twitty, Texas, and Conway, Arkansas. Yeah, it's weird. Neat story.
Neat.
For those of you who didn't know, in this musical podcast, what? So what? It's 4?
It's 3:40.
Holy fuck!
Oh, we did it, didn't we?
Oh my God!
We'll end with me showing this cutout
Yeah,
of Alan
yeah.
Jackson.
What the fuck? Kurt said this is gonna be a long one. I didn't believe it. It's almost 4.
I know.
He was like, I'll hang around till 4 and then go to work. And I was like, I think it'll be over.
I still have to pack my shit up. Oh my God! I have to go to Memphis. I have to be up at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, I
trying
thought you
to-
said you had to be in Memphis in 30
Oh
minutes.
no,
I was
no,
like,
no!
That's crazy, dude.
No, I had to go there in the morning, and I'll be gone for a week.
Oh my
Damn.
God, that's crazy.
I thought I was gonna be able to bounce this down. I was like, oh, me and Kurt are gonna hang out.
I mean,
Fuck.
I didn't know you wanted time to do that. Otherwise,
I'm gonna be eating
That's
a calzone in like
funny.
30 minutes.
quite an interesting conversation.
Oh, this has been phenomenal. This has
I had
been
no
phenomenal.
idea either. I was like, ooh, dude, like, that's crazy.
Well, do you have anything to plug?
Well, I mean, only thing
Call
I'll
Mark's
plug
American.
is fucking Brigade Skateboards, baby.
Oh, we
Like,
didn't even get to
I
this
know.
game. Fuck, man. Part 2 coming at you.
Hey, I'll come. Like I said, I'm here all the time. If you want to just fucking scream at me for another 2
Dude, I would
hours.
love to do a part 2.
Dude,
This has
I'm-
been phenomenal.
I'm always for it, dude.
Listen,
I
I don't.
have so much junk in this fucking head that we can talk about that everyone's like, he's talked about this 1,000 times.
Same.
before."
Same.
I'm down. Yeah, just brigadeskateboards.us. Claw Marks American.
There you go.
And then, support those Terminal Nation and Morbid Vision boys.
Always.
Always, till the end of time.
All right, everybody. That was a long one. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Peace and chicken grease.
Yo, dude, holy shit.
I had no idea.
That's fucking crazy.
I had an idea when I had to start the beat, but like I